Oops, come on. Hey, YouTube, Facebook. Thanks a lot for joining in today's show. We have a couple of girl groups. That's the girl group. That's what I would say. It was a session which I did a couple of months ago with the Sophia School in Meerut. And Kritika came forward and said that we would like to do another show. So she brought all her friends along. So I have Shreya, Geetanjali, and Kritika and Suhani on board to ask me various questions about positivity, various questions about life, various questions about various other things. I don't know. What I tell people is you can ask me any question from birth to death, anything. They know my show. And I understand. First, Shreya, or you, when I did your show first, or did I do the 12th grade and the 11th grade first?
First the 12th and 11th grade. First we
12th
did
and
the
okay. So
12th
we
one
were
and
short
then
of
the
time.
11th.
We were short of time, and we had to shut down the show very quickly also. So I think there are still more unanswered questions. So I leave it to you. You can introduce yourself if you want to, and then we will take it from there.
Okay. Hey everyone, I'm Shreya Gupta. I'm 16. I'm in 10th. I'm from Super Girl School, Meerut. And we'll be questioning sir with a lot of questions and hopefully he won't get troubled by us.
No issues. You can ask me, keep on asking as much as you can until I get completely exhausted. Last show went almost for 3 hours. So I want to see if
That's
you guys
right.
are going to break it or not.
Okay, sir.
Okay, go ahead. Suhani, you're muted.
Okay, hello everyone. I'm Suhani Goyal. I'm 15 years old and I'm from Sophia Girls School too. And sir, last time when we had a session with you, it was a really good session and I couldn't just, control myself from joining it again. So here I am.
Great.
Actually, I don't have many more questions this time, but I actually wanted to hear you more and more. So yeah, so here I am.
Great. Perfect. All thanks to God for that.
Hello everyone, I am Kritika. I study in class 10th in Sophia Girls School.
Okay. And last we have Geetanjali. Okay.
Yes. So, hello everyone. I'm Gitanjali Khurana and I'm from Sofia. I'm 15 years old and I'm here to listen about positivity from Sir because I've already attended this class before. So, I'm very excited to hear some of the things related to positivity and else also. So, thank you, Sir, for inviting us.
Perfect. It's a pleasure that, I would especially thank Kritika to step forward and come up with this thing. And plus adding on Shreya, Geetanjali and Suhani on this show. It's going to be very interesting, I hope. So I leave the floor on to you to ask me any questions and whatever it is you want to know. Anything can be asked in this show. Don't feel shy. If it is very, very personal, I would say do it personally with me. But if it's okay for the world to hear, make sure. Because last time when I did a show, someone went very, very personal. And then he said,
Yes,
please
sir.
delete and all that. So it was very, very tough for me to work it on because I don't want other people to lose good information which I'm giving out to this world. Right? Go ahead. Who wants to start first and shoot with questions?
I can start.
Go ahead.
How can we keep ourselves positive when people around us keeps on criticizing us and are negative thinkers?
Very good question. So my question is, when you say outside or people, do you mean family or do you mean outside?
Outside people.
Outside people. So when you people say this outside people is generally, I would refer them as uncles and aunties of the world, right? Who have a lot of free time, who have a lot of initial entertainment. They will pick, today I have free time, who I will pick. Okay, today I'll put Kritika. Okay, Kritika, what happened to your
Yes, sir.
marks today? You didn't do this. Oh, I think something else wrong happened. And these uncles and aunties, they have nothing to do. They watch all the TV series, they take all the negativity, and then free time they will pick. Okay, today I'm done with Kritika, tomorrow I'll pick Shreya. Right? And next day they'll pick Suhani. Next day they'll pick Geetanjali, and they will just tell everything or the other thing. So first thing is, whenever someone gives you this criticism, your first point is it worth it? Right? The people who are telling you, are you really in a serious relationship with them or not? Because at the end of the day, if your parents are satisfied, if your mother, father, and your family means mother, father, brother, sister until marriage, your husband, wife in future, and children's until marriage, right? So this is what I say family. Everything outside is a non-family. They will all change with time. So first thing is you got to give strength to your parents first. When you are doing something and your parents knows that you are doing something, share to them that, Mama, this is what I'm doing. Papa, this is what I'm doing. Let the uncles and aunties say this, but this is my plan. This is what I'm going to do. This is the strategy I have. Equip them with all these things so that when the system hits them or when the various issues tend to hit them, you can counter it and you can challenge it and you can work it up from there, right? So what you have to do is that first, give all your information, what you're doing, what you want to do to your parents first, so they fight the battle. Or else what they do, uncles and aunties will criticize you. Uncles and aunties will pull your mother's and father's leg. They will transfer that to you and they will start frustrating you at the end. So that is the first thing. Other thing is always tell the complete truth to your parents. Sometimes what happens is that why there is an opportunity you yourself. For example, you have your 10th marks exams coming, right? You would tell your Mama, this exam, 100% I'm going to get in mathematics, right? You know, you only studied 80%. You know, you only studied, 85 or 80, whatever, this much part of the chapters only. You know, you're only going to get 80. You go and tell your Mama, Papa 100. Mama, Papa will go and tell to uncles and aunties, oh, my beti, 100 she's going to get in mathematics, I'm sure. They will start showing off in front of the uncles and aunties. And if one mark goes low, there your tension will start. So there are two types of people. One is criticizing you for time passing. One is criticizing you for the mistakes or for the fake promises or for some fantasy which you have created. They're picking up and countering you later. So these are the two kinds of people which I have seen. So what you have to do is you would equip themselves automatically. And then if you know you're taking the right direction, the best example I give everyone is when you're taking one step front, you have the front leg and you have the back leg. 90% of people will look at the back leg only and say, oh, look, your leg is at the back. But you know you're taking this first step. Make sure you take that first step and move on from there, right? That's how you have to do it. I hope I've answered the question, Kritika.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So I have a question, like a counter question. So,
Yeah.
sir, what should we do when our parents side with the people, like with the uncles and aunties, and saying that we live in a society, so you gotta, like, that
Good
happens.
question. So that's a very good question. So first of all, when you say about society and they take the side of the society, first of all, the duty of every child is to understand why they are in that society. It is because you are in that society, the society guards you, protects you, and gives you a certain level of living lifestyle because you're within the society. If you go into the forest, people will come and just take you from there. It is because the society is there and the society which you live in gives that protection to a girl called Shreya. That is why Shreya is living there peacefully, right? Think all the society are with crazy people. You will leave the society and go to another society, right? So what you want to understand is that first, let me understand the society and why the society is thinking like that. That is point number one. Second thing is, how is the society influencing my parents? Is it in a positive sense or in a negative sense? Generally, for example, society again is created with a lot of senior people who have seen a lot of past experiences, various people which have gone through like you people and created a certain standard in life. But the funniest part is what people don't understand is that they're free people. They have nothing to do. And the other problem is they don't know anything what is new which is happening. They don't know anything what is going to happen, what the generation is changing to, what the technology changes, what the career change is happening. They don't know about this. So it is a duty of the youth to inform each and every parents of yours as to how the world is changing, after how the things are changing. When each one of your, if you, like your 4 girls, if you start educating your 4 of your parents as to how the world is changing, the society will automatically change. But what the youth, the biggest mistake what the youth does is they go retaliate with the society. They go challenge the society. The society doesn't understand us. And you go fight. You always will lose with the society when you're staying within the society. So what you have to do as a youth, come together, inform your parents, come together. Mama, this is what is happening right now. Mama, there's no future in just engineering. Mama, the computers are moving around faster. Mama, there's many other things which is going around. If each and everyone starts, informing or educating your parents slowly, one parent and one, hey, my beti is talking like this. Is your beti also telling the same thing? Yeah, even my beti is also telling the same thing. Oh, is there something? Then they'll start discussing. They will make that the new society standards. Right? So these are the smarter ways to change the system. It is difficult, but then you have to start. Only if you started, you can influence the society. At the end of the day, you are a part of the society. When you start taking initiative to change your parents, the society will change. Finally, they'll understand the truth. Did that make sense? But first, you got to understand your society first and what it stands for.
Yes, sir, that did make sense. And yeah, we have to find smarter and more better ways to understand the society and change it.
See, Shreya, sitting within the society and fighting against the society is only going to hurt you at the end. Right?
True, that's so true.
So what you have to do is that look smarter. Okay, society's weakness, what it is. Okay, they have some religious importance. Pick on the religion and then play it. Or they have some cultural references, or they have some kind of a belief. Pick on the belief and then bring the change, rather than rejecting it completely altogether.
Thank you, sir.
Got it? Okay.
So actually, I just tried this with my father.
Yes, Suhan.
I actually tried this with my father, like change his mindset about some things. I really wanted to tell him about network marketing and career in like life coaching and stuff, because I was interested. But when I talked to him, it looked like he was actually not ready to change his mindset. Like because of yours, like he is 40 years old. So now he has a very rigid mindset. So how to break it, and like how can we have it?
Suhani, how you're just 10, right? So what you have to do is right now, my suggestion would be is to not explore so much into life right now. Get all the information about network marketing, get all the information of life coach, get all the information what I need to be that. So you want to be a life coach. Papa, can you just send me for training for public speaking? That is the first question. Not directly talk about network marketing, not directly talk about life coach or being that life coach. Your first thing is, how do I start working on my life coach career? So can I go for English training or whichever language can I fine tune it? Can I go for public speaking? Can I, go into improving the, different body, language in teaching, how to be well presented? How do you present yourself? How do you, use, like, for example, there are trainings by which you can, I don't know if you heard about, there's many trainings like that, which makes you, like, they will tell you, think about positivity, talk 5 minutes about positivity. Right? They will give random topic, motivation, talk about motivation, right? So what you have to do is but your 10th, your focus on your studies, focus on all that, but free time, work on network marketing, free time, work on information, okay, what are the scams happening in network and what is the good things in happening, how much money they are making, right? Once you have all this information, next step is, when do I get into it? There is many times you can get into it, but for right now, what we got to focus on is, let me pass my 10th, let me pass my 11th and 12th. Once I'm in college, I'm going to have more free time. I might go somewhere else. Papa will give me some pocket money. With that pocket money, can I invest in various other things which I want to? It should not affect your studies. Many people, what they do, they drop their education, which is given free by my parents. They drop the education, which is completely, parents is praying, and they try out other things. Because what happens is, if there's no education and then you try out network marketing and due to some reason you can't reach to that level which gives you that dream life which most of the network marketing pitch to, then you won't have your education, nor you won't have network marketing, and then you won't be answerable to your father at the end. Right? Then that father will come and counter you. See, you spoil your 10th, you spoil your 12th, you can't do anything, and they will start blaming, and then you will come to me after 5 years. Sir, they are blaming me unnecessarily. What mistake did I do? right? So what you have to do is once you start playing it that way, which means get all the information on network marketing, get all the information on how to be a life coach, get all the information on how to write a book or whatever you want to do. Once you get money coming in from some way, or go work part-time, or go work, there's so much online job right now because of the COVID situation. Make money out of it and train yourself, but make sure it doesn't affect your current education which you're doing. Instead of watching a 3-hour movie of the new movie which is coming out, I would recommend you to read about network marketing. Buy 10 books about network marketing and start reading it.
Yes.
Because after some time, your parents will start listening to you. After a certain age, your parents will start listening to you. That is the time you have to have complete knowledge about network marketing. Papa, tell me, what is your problem with network marketing? You'd have this. He says this. Papa, this is the answer. If father says, okay, Papa, this is the answer. Okay, Beti, okay, let's give it a try. And that is how you get into those things. But make sure you don't go for shortcut money. Many people go into network marketing for shortcut money or quick money. It is like a mini business which you're creating. If you don't have that 16 hours or hours of input in creating network marketing, you can't be that dream which they're actually selling. Did I give you a clear idea of how to make your dad agree to it?
Yes, sir. But actually, there's another point. Like, if I talk about patriarchy and stuff, like they are a bit orthodox. I have a bit orthodox kind of family, and I tell them that it's wrong to do things like this, and it's wrong. They say that nahi, pehle se aisa hota aa raha hai, and it's coming since a really long time.
Give me an example.
Sir, maybe the dowry system.
Okay, the dowry system. Okay, you're saying that the dowry system is not right. It has been coming for a long time, and it's not right. Now, let's see it from this point of view, right? So you are saying the dowry system is wrong. The first question you got to ask yourself, you staying with a society, would you get the right guy not paying dowry? That is the first step. Because there's many boys who's changing also. There's many boys, current generation, that good, I wouldn't say the good guys. There are thought process changing. So the first thing is, if you're thinking of marriage and you think the dowry system is wrong, is the society okay with it? Because if they're not okay with it, then you're asking for trouble. That is point number one. Second thing, what you got to understand is about, now when you really look at the dowry system, technically, the dowry system gets wrong when the parents of the husband or the groom begins to dictate the terms or begins to say, I want this, and then only I'll get the daughter. And when they have that kind of thing, that family itself is wrong for you to get married to. So if any of the parents or the groom family is really pushing a lot of pressure to pay dowry, don't get married to those kind of families. You're asking for trouble because they're just looking for a contract to get you in with all this money which is coming free. Right? So the first point, what you have to see, yes, Suhani, you want to say something?
Sir, also the patriarchy which is carried on. They say that लड़कों का ये role होता है, लड़कियों का ये role होता है. So you should continue with that.
Okay, so now that's the other side of this thing, right? So now you might get married, and then obviously they would say that the boys have a certain role, girls have a certain role, and all this thing. Again, as I think everyone is coming back to the same society principle only, right? So the society have a certain rule. What has happened right now in the current world, which I don't like, is there's a lot of competition between a girl and a boy, right? The marketing and the businesses are creating a lot of conflict between girls and boys to prove who's more powerful. I don't know how much of you know about this. Pink is for girls and blue is for boys.
So that's so wrong.
Yeah,
That's wrong. So, Hani, you are saying that's so wrong. But every mother right now gets a girl kid. I'm telling you, they are going to buy pink. I'm sure about it. Even in future, when you become a mother, you won't buy, you will be buying a pink because the society wants you to, and only pink gift is going to come also to you.
True.
So yeah, they are being conditioned since
You
a
are being,
childhood.
yes,
So we are
you're being, yeah, so that's true. You're being conditioned to do that. But what happens here is the beauty of marriage. Very few people understand the value and the beauty of marriage, right? Marriage, what is real marriage? I will give you an example because that is what will clear all your doubts about what is the boy's role, what is the wife's role, and all this thing, right? Because that itself is such a big confusion. Because at the age of 10th itself, girls panic about marriage, right? Because why I'll tell you, at the 10th grade itself, you will start hooking with some other guys, and the guys, some other thing, parents won't agree, and their marriage is going to be fixed somewhere else, and all this confusion starts coming in,
That's
and panic.
So
All
I
these
have
start.
actually decided, so I have decided not to marry only. It's so wrong to like क्यों?
There are so many confusions regarding
So that is what the problem is, right? People don't understand the value of marriage. The true essence or the reason for marriage is for two people to come together and complement each other. Complement each other means the male species have a strength, the female species have a strength. When both comes together, they become so powerful that they go to a different level, right? In Hinduism, you say Shiva and Shakti, right? So that is what that principle is all about. But how many of you really look in it? No. I am girl, I have my dream. I am boy, I have my dream. Both our dreams are separate. We will live in the same house with two separate dreams. That is not marriage.
Yes,
Marriage is when both comes together, and then they both create a single dream towards changing their family or the society in the whole. So that is real marriage, right? So for example, so what I say is that you complement each other. Complement each other means girls need something, the boys will give them. The boys need something, the girls will give them. And you come together to create that great dream together. For example, 2 days ago, I had a talk with, last week in a session, one kid, I think she is also, maybe she's your age only. She wanted to be a singer. Her parents is not allowing her into singing. And she's like freaking out how to go about it. Right? And her marriage is going to be fixed at the age of 18. You know what I gave her? A simple answer. Go find a singer married family, get married and be a singer with your husband. Your job is done.
Okay,
Right?
both settled.
You're both settled, right? So there's smarter ways to use marriage to your advantage. So Suhani, you are really into network marketing. Get a networking marketing guy and get married to him. Your job is done. He will also promote you as one of the thing, and you are happy, he is happy, parents are also happy, you got married to the guy who they want to, everything is set.
So, but how is it that easy to find someone with the same career?
So that is the searching part, right? Because most of the people at an age, they rush into marriage. The biggest issue with arranged marriage, the biggest issue with most of the marriages right now, people rush into it. Oh, the guy is good, the family is good, get my daughter married. Who knows the family is good? I know so many girls and boys who I talk to, after marriage, they come to know various other things about the guys because parents didn't investigate properly. Right? So what you have to do as girls is, Papa, I'm okay. If I'm going for arranged marriage, I'm okay for it. But let me know more about the guy. You guys are investigating it. Please share it with me. Right? And if you want, put a fear card also. Papa, if you don't tell me the guys, I can always go love marriage and go and do it. Right? That's a time pass fear card you put into it. So tell me everything about the guy so that I know what I'm getting into. I know you have like if you're going for arranged marriage concepts, right? If you're going for love marriage, it's a different discussion. If you're going for arranged marriage concepts, have an open discussion with your parents. Papa, please tell me about the guy. Tell me about the in-laws. What are they doing? Is there any interest for me to get married to that certain family? I know they're rich, Papa. But if I'm not happy marrying to that guy, however rich they are, it won't make any difference to your daughter. And then put a final twist. You want to see your daughter happy or sad? Papa will fall. Right?
So
these
what happens?
Sorry?
So what happens is that after marriage, your in-laws, just bore you with so much of responsibilities that you have to focus on more of them, and then the focus on your career gets lower down, and so
Okay.
your
Now,
growth stops.
very good question. When you say growth, right, Suhani, you tend to relate to your career. You tend to relate to the money which you're making. That is not actually growth. For example, if you know how to invest properly, and if you invest your money properly into your system, right, you will make the money automatically without even working, right? So when you're talking about growth, how do you define growth? Right? Many people tend to growth. Okay, my career has to improve. Okay, why do you think that a husband role is also a career? A wife's role is also a career. A mother's role is also a career. Now what I'm doing is, I have a kid of 3-year-old. I'm learning after how to be the best father I can be. If I say that, oh, it is my wife's duty and I don't have to do it, let her take care of it, I just do my work, it doesn't work that way, because at the end of the day, with time, the child will be more attached to the father, and with age, when something wrong happens to me, he will be supporting mother only. So what you don't understand is that if you don't do your roles properly, automatically the reversal will start coming in with time. You'll realize it later, not now. So the first thing is, when they are putting you a lot of responsibilities onto you, the first step is talk to your husband or talk to your whoever is it, that tell me what all I have to do for you. Right? It should be a discussion with you and your husband, and not allowing third people to enter into it. The biggest mistake most of the married couples do is bringing third person into the equation. Your own mother and your own mother-in-law should the last person who have to be involved in the relationship. I'm sure when you have most of the girls, when they have the first problem in life, directly they'll call, Mama, what am I supposed to do? Right? Mama will say, hey, you are a girl. I was done through this by this one, and you have to go and fight them. Yeah, your husband and your life is only going to get messed up. Right? So any problem, why are they doing this to me? What is there for me to learn? How can I grow? Maybe you have the capacity to take the responsibility and then do your stuff, what you want to do. Right? Many mother-in-law, right, are saying that, you have all these responsibilities and all that thing. I'm sure most of the mothers right now spend almost 4 hours watching TV. Right or wrong, you agree, Suhani? This 4 hours, can't they work on their career growth?
Yes, sir. I asked my mother to start a career. She said, "नहीं मुझे क्या ज़रूरत है?"
That is what. So this is the problem. Everyone have an opportunity to grow their career, but what they want is, I don't want to take the responsibility and I want to do my career. That is where the problem starts. Right? So that has to stop. I will take all the responsibilities, grow within the responsibility, and still make my career. That is a true power of a girl. That is the true power of a future wife which you're going to be. And when you start revolving around that, people will start idolizing, how come the Suhani is doing everything and network marketing also? Right?
So what's
Then
the point?
yeah.
So what's the point of marriage? Like, why is it so important to marry someone? Why can't you just not?
Why it is so important to marry? Very, very good question. Okay. Well, what happens in marriage is, when you are born, okay, and when a boy or a girl is born, both of you don't have any differentiation to girl species or boy species. Right? For you, girl is okay, boy is okay, dog is okay, lion is okay, elephant is okay. Whoever you say, you want to interact.
Yes, sir.
But what happens is, with time, you build a self-identity that I am girl. You build a self-identity that the boy will believe that I'm a boy. Initially, girls, boys are very good friends. After a certain age, I think when they reach around 3rd grade or 4th grade, they will say, oh, girls are like this, boys are like
Enemies, that happens.
Yeah, that
They
enemies
hate
happen.
each other for a period.
Yeah, they hate each other for a long period. After slowly, then they will start attracting back again.
In 6th
Right?
grade, like that's
In 6th, 7th grade, that is when
after
it
3
starts.
years of enemy.
Yeah, so that is when the transfer happens. But then they have built up that identity of a girl and a boy so much. So God or universe or life have to make them understand the other part of the species, which means you are a girl. You have to complete yourself. You have to understand the masculine aspects of a human, how a man thinks. So how a man thinks, how a girl or a woman thinks, you learn after marriage. You begin to see everything from a manly perspective and your perspective. So which completes you as a human being. Right? So that is one reason. Other thing is you build up this ego of girl, girl, girl. The boy also build up this ego, boy, boy, boy. This ego conflict will happen. Rub, 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 rub. Slowly it becomes love. And then from that boy and girl, you become we. That is the main reason for marriage, to bring that we feeling within you. And the day you bring we feeling within you, all your decision is our decision. All my choices are our choices. All we buy a home, it is our decision. We want to have a baby, it's our decision. But then if you say that my career is this, your career is this, it is not marriage. It is just two people coming together and living a compromised life at the end of the day. Now doubt clear, Suhani, everything about marriage, why people
Yes.
get married. Because
Yes,
if you run away from marriage, there are chances that you might lose out the good guys who comes in the starting. And more you delay, you get forced into the marriage. And more you delay marriage, your negotiation power of marriage reduces. So you might have to compromise the guy's looks or job or family status or to get married. So don't delay the marriage after the community age or the society age. So every society, different, three of you girls will have different society and community. They all have a standard age when the girl has to get married. If you want the best guys, make sure you're within that bracket. Every year you delay, there are chances you got to compromise something in the guy. But then if you don't want to marry, it is because somewhere around, Suhani, you have some bad experience about marriage, or you have some bad, could be, maybe your cousins got married and they had a tough time. They are very close to you. You see a lot of issues which is going on and you think, why I fall into the mess, right?
Yes, sir.
The simple answer I give them, if you are good and if you are worthy of being the right, great wife, I'm telling you, you will get the right husband. But if you go with the attitude that a lot of responsibility, a lot of injustice will happen, a lot of favoritism will happen, lot of responsibility given to me, your husband or the guy will be coming, that type of family only will come to you. Because that is a learning lesson which God wants to give you. Right? So always remember something, things will keep repeating, or people of different type will keep coming into your life until you learn. If you don't learn, then it'll keep repeating again and again. Got it? Make sense?
Thank you, sir. Yes, sir.
More on marriage? Or all doubts are clear about marriage?
No, sir.
Okay, great. More questions?
So how can we stop overthinking?
Overthinking normally happens because people, when they have a lot of free time, they are going to overthink. Right? Free time. When you have a lot of free time, mind is a thinker. So if a mind is a thinker, what you need to do is it's like heart which keeps beating regardless of whatever you do or not, it'll keep beating. Same way, mind is a free thinker, is going to keep beating regardless of whatever you do in life. So give it good things to think. There is no problem overthinking good things. You're always feeling good whenever you overthink good things. So let's make it very simple. When you go into a beach, have you been to a beach, Kritika?
Yes, sir.
Okay. When you go into the beach, have you ever noticed that when the shore sound comes into your ears, when that view of the nature comes into you, when the salt in the air touches your tongue, when you hear the voice, when the air breeze starts sitting in, do you overthink about anything? Yes or no?
Yes, sir, we do.
No, you don't overthink about anything because your mind is filled with so much of positivity that it has nothing else to think about. So mind likes good things to see. Mind likes good stuffs to expose to. If you don't give it good things to think, it's going to obviously think what is negative. For example, a mind can only think what you already know. So give it good things to think so that it is happy thinking. Overthink positive things as much as you want. You will never get tired. On your birthday, is your mind ever tired? Because it is a special day for you. It is the best day for me. If that is how it is, you completely celebrate it. That time you don't have any overthinking issue because you're putting so much of positive into it. Is my special day. Can't that every birthday day be your special day? And when you start seeing it from that point of view, every thought process. So overthinking normally happens when you have a lot of free time. For example, if I tell you to do around 100 sit-ups, right? I'm telling you, your body will get tired, everything will get tired, you will stop thinking. It is sure, right? When you have your birthday party, no overthinking, right? When you have your friend's party tomorrow, no overthinking. When you have your picnic, school is going for picnic, you don't overthink about other things. Oh, picnic, oh, call friends, oh, let's do this, oh, let's do that, da, 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 da. All busy, busy, busy. So when you're busy, you stop overthinking. Other thing is you might have some unanswered questions about the past. You might have unanswered questions about the future. When those answers are not answered, you will start overthinking. For example, Suhani is going to overthink about the marriage because she doesn't have the answers. So what guy I will get? Will they give me responsibilities? Will they give me the career? All these things. Once she gets the answers, that overthinking will stop. That is the beauty of overthinking. Did I answer the question? Yes, no, no, yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead. More questions?
Yes, of course. Okay. So my question is that, sir, what is like positivity and where does it come from and how can we get it? Like positivity?
Positivity is very, very easy to get. Many people tell that to think positive or to be positive. That is not positivity at all. That is the fantasy side of positivity. That is the marketing side of positivity. Hey, think positive, everything will be good. Marketing. Be positive. Sab kuch hota hai, achhe ke liye hota hai. All marketing pitch of positivity. The only way you can be positive is to take positive actions. For example, take positive actions means see what is good. Right? You watch horror movies, Shreya?
Yes, I do, sir. A lot.
See, you watch a lot of horror movies. The long time you watch horror movies, slowly you build up fear into your heart. Right? You see horror, you see horror, you see horror, you see horror. I'm okay to see the horror movies for the 3 hours. But after the 3 hours, if you're still keeping the horror guy around you, that is when the problem is. Watch horror movies like a thrill of a theme park ride which you're doing. I have no issues watching horror movies. But after that, you keep for 2-3 days that when you go a dark room, you think that the ghost might come, he's under the bed or whatever it is. That is when I have problems with horror movies. What can happen is you watch horror movies, keep that fear for 3 days. What you're doing is you're living in fear for that 3 days. With time, you begin to mature yourself. That time you'll think that, horror is all crap. Horror is all, it's not real. But then the fear is built into your heart. It is going to pick. Like for Suhani, will I get the right husband or not? Fear, no. Will I get the boy or not? Right? So that is how the fear will transfer. After some time, after marriage, you will think that, well, will I lose my child or not? Will I have some issues or not? So the fear, once it creates in your heart, then it's going to pick. After you mature, it'll pick. Right? So I'm not saying don't watch horror movies. Shreya's like, oh my God, now
I'm just said it's like if I have fear, then how? Like, can I stop it? Can I do something about it? Like remove it
fear?
Or something?
Fear?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Yes, fear is because you have limit. First of all, when you see a lot of horror movies, fear will come. So first, stop doing that. Right? After that, whatever you're scared of, fear always comes because you have limited information about that concept. So go and search and find more information about that concept and have more. For example, everyone is scared of snakes, right? Most of them, I'm not scared of snakes, but majority of the people are scared of snakes. Why? Because you think the snakes will kill you, right? First time when the fear came in, when you went outside, you saw a snake, your mother and father ran home, you also ran home. That is the first experience of snake. Some people won't have that experience. They will watch movie, they will see the snake very ferocious way. I was like, yes, 2 days ago, I was seeing one of a cartoon of Lord Krishna. In that, there is this red 5-headed snake coming and whoosh on the screen and hitting a small 2-year-old kid, 3-year-old kid. I was like, man, never show this cartoon to this kid. But he has got that fresh experience of a snake from TV, and he believes that every snake which comes into my life is going to kill me. And it adds on and more TV that, when the snake is, there will be two red holes, and then I will shiver, and the pus will come, and the ambulance will come. All this thing you watch and watch and watch and watch and watch. You see a real life snake, all this tension will come together, and you will feel and you run. How to remove this fear? If you know how to differentiate snakes, which is poisonous and which is not poisonous, because 70% are non-poisonous, only 30% of the snake is poisonous. So if you know that this is a non-poisonous snake, when you see that, your reaction will be less. Oh, this is non-poisonous, I already know about it. Right? So get more information about snakes, your snake fear will go. For example, horror movies. You're watching horror movies, then slowly you, sorry, yeah. Yes, Shreya. Oh, she's
You
gone.
won't be scared.
What happened?
Sir, I was just saying that watching a lot of horror movies adds up to the information of the horror, and then I have a lot of information about that what's horror, so I'm not scared. I had darkness phobia. I had ghosts and dark. I was all scared when I was little, but then I got all the information I needed, and then it kind of.
Yes, but what happens is once you've understood it, why get again scared? Right? So fear can only be removed by searching. Why see an odd face? I really don't understand why people like seeing killing in the movies. I really don't understand. Right? What happens is that you don't understand. For example, Shreya, you're watching on TV, a mother, a girl shouting at a mother, a girl shouting at a mother, a girl shouting at a mother, a girl revenging to the mother. When your mother comes and tells you a fine joke, you are going to shout back to her because your mind is automatically tuned to go and react back into the situation. Same like what you're seeing in snakes. Right? So all this fear which is created is all because of you building up some negativity by your 5 senses. So the question back to you is, how do you be positive? See all God is good. See good love movies. See good, family movies. At least see good cartoons. That is much more better. Like I always tell, you're born as a baby, you have to live like a baby, and you have to die like a baby. Would you show a horror movie to a kid? No.
Of course not.
Right? Do you?
I understand it.
Right? Do you put? Everyone wants to be a happy baby, but they go and do adult stuffs. Right? Then only you feel adult. And then say stressful is adult. Being frustrated is an adult. Being all the tension, you feel adult. Yeah, you can live like a baby, but start doing what the baby is doing. Right? So the day you start, the day you and listen also. There is so many people listening to all sad musics. I have no idea. And there are good musics with beautiful bad words also. I have no idea. I don't know. I always pick the Akshay Kumar song. Have you heard this "Main Sharabi Hu"?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So what are you telling to you, and what are you telling to the God or universe? Who are you? "Main Sharabi Hu, Main Sharabi Hu, Main Sharabi Hu, Main Sharabi Hu." When something wrong happens, okay, "Main Sharabi Hu," and you will take a trip. Right? So when you hear something bad, change. When you see something wrong, for example, you're watching TV news, you're seeing a girl being harassed, change the channel. Right? You're seeing something wrong happening, change the channel. As long as it's not happening within my society, I have nothing to bother about. Get the information, but don't follow up the information. The problem here is that when something goes wrong, you follow. What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? get all your energy wasted. You start working on a good human being, only good human beings are going to come to you. Right? But first be positive, then only. But not being positive is taking positive. Today onwards, I won't see anything negative, which means negative means which brings a mental fluctuation onto my head. Mental fluctuation means when I see, I get scared. Or when I see, I feel like crying. When I see that, an emotional scene is happening, I feel bad. Fast forward, change the channel, or close your ears and close your eyes if you're in a cinema theater. You have to go to that level. That is when positivity will welcome you. Now you'll ask me, sir, you don't have to know about negativity. Know about negativity, but don't get emotionally attached to that negativity. Because when you get emotionally attached to the negativity, it starts working against you. At the end of the day, there is always a balance of negativity and positivity. That is never ever going to change. When good things are happening, bad things will happen. So it's your point, whose side you want to be. You can be the negative side or you can be the positive, but at the end of the day, it will always be in balance. Now doubt clear of how you can be everything. Like what I say, stand guard on your 5 senses, that I only put in good things only. The day you start doing that, your mind will not know what to think. It will only think good stuff because that's all you're putting. If you constantly see nature, your mind will feel automatically at calm. Have you noticed that when you see a real good nature's video or animal video, your mind will calm then and there? Right?
Yes, sir.
Because you hear the voice, you feel nature. But same way, when you go and watch a horror movie, your mind will it will go. Right?
I understand, sir.
And let me make it more complicated and more funny. And the thing is, God also, universe also get confused. Shreya likes to be scared or Shreya likes to have a good time. So he will give more scared. And finally the husband will be scary or the mother-in-law will be scary. And it'll just go on and go on and go on. I'm just joking, but I'm just telling you how the negativity.
Yes, it works. That's a nice way to tell something by joking about it and then you take it seriously.
Take it seriously.
Thanks, sir. So, I got the questions answered.
Okay. More questions?
Sir, how can we manage time?
Who's that?
Gitanjali and Kritika.
Gitanjali. So
go ahead.
Shall I repeat my question?
Yes.
Okay. So how can we manage time?
How do you manage time? Okay, so first thing is, I always tell, don't try to control time. Same way, don't try to control your thought process, a waste of time. Don't try to control time. The biggest mistake, most of the youth, they'll go a very beautiful timetable. Most of the timetable is copied by someone else. So it is not your timetable, it is someone else's. Hey, Frey, when do you wake up? Oh, she's waking up at 5 o'clock. Me also 5 o'clock. Stupidity. Right? Everyone have a specific time to wake up. Make sure you wake up at that time. And the amount of time you spend should be justifying whatever you do. For example, what I tell is do the most important. I don't that much do a timetable guy. I'm a guy who wake up and does the most important thing first and keep doing the most important thing until I go to sleep. Every second of your life, there is something which you have to do important. Keep doing that. That is point number 1. That is a different level which you get into. But right now, you need a timetable because you need to get focused in what you're doing. So how do you set up the timetable? How do you not manage time? How do you, I would say, don't manage time, manage projects. For example, you have chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, chapter 5. 5 chapters, 5 days. That is your timetable. Do chapter 1 and have a promise that I will only finish the chapter 1 and go to sleep. Have that commitment to you. After I do this thing and only I will go to sleep, because this is the most important thing, because I have my exams coming after 10 days. So you do chapter 1. Second day, what happens, unfortunately, your mother has to go to the hospital, or you have a big party which you have to go into. What most of the students will, I have exams, I have to study, mama, I can't come. Mama is forcing, no, come to my party. It is very good. Parents will see you and all these things will happen. You'll have a fight with your mom. After that, you go and sit and study. Half the time you think about the fighting. Half the thing you will be thinking about people enjoying the party. You will only study 20%. So what I will say, Second day, go for the party, enjoy it. But third day, do 2 chapters only, then I go to sleep. That is how you do or manage. Manage it by projects, which means I have 10 chapters. I'm going to only finish it and then do anything else. When you start doing from that point of view, your performance will improve much more better than every dissatisfaction. Because when you make a timetable, I'm sure most of the people live a dissatisfied life because you can't control time. Time keeps ticking. It'll start ticking. Oh, 5 minutes late. Now I can't do. Oh, mama came in the middle. She told, let's go here. Oh, my timetable is gone. Oh, I can't study. Oh. If you make a timetable, this is what the problem. You keep saying, oh, your whole life. Right? So when you have that plan very clear, tell your mama, papa, see, next 5 days, mama, this is what the plan. Any parties coming or not? Ask them. Any parties coming or not? If parties are not coming, I'm going to make like, don't come out third day and say I have to go somewhere else. Have an open conversation of people who's influencing you also, and then make a timetable. Many people don't do that. Many people, I know it is right for me. I know to manage time. I know my timetable is correct. No, you are living in a community. You are living in that family. That family have a certain rules. So that will always intervene. And then always have a backup time. Backup time means which you can replace in case something goes wrong. Right? Now, how do you divide your time will be the next question which you ask me. Right? I always say, how for you people, since you're in 10th, normally I would say is always 6 hours, 6 hours, 6 hours, 6 hours. Right? That's how I normally say. Right? So 6 4s are 24, right? So 6 hours of sleep. Okay, but you might need 8 hours since you're in 10th. But let me just give you a general overview. 6 hours for sleep. 6 hours to do the duty which you're doing, which could be studies, which could be work, which could be going to school. 6 hours working on yourself, which means improving who you are, or eating, or, all these things about you, right? You have 6 hours to work on to you. And then 6 hours going and helping people around your life. So that's how I define the 6 hours. But since this is for a general adult, but since you're 6 hours, since you're a student, I would say that 6 hours of helping others. Since you're a child, you have a lot of flexibility there. Move that 2 hours into sleep. Move that 2 hours into studies. Move that 2 hours into the other things or work or your music or network marketing or all those interesting things which you want to do, and make it 8 hours, 8 hours, and 8 hours. If you do that, I'm telling you, everyone will be happy and there's no issues at all. Right? Now, these last 8 hours is a very critical thing, because 8 hours of sleep is important. You can't get away. 8 hours of going to school, you can't get away. But this 8 hours, how you use is very, very critical here. Right? First thing is you yourself have to work, which means your studies. Maybe 2 hours, 3 hours of studies. And the next 3 hours, 1 hour help your mom or dad or whatever it is around the home. Don't say that, oh, I'm studying, I have exams. No. My 1 hour I will spend for the home because it is my home. That is how you get exposure to things, what is happening in the home. And the next 1 hour and 2 hours, do whatever you like. Your network marketing, researching, or my future plans, or, my dream, free time, go work on those stuffs. And the best part is when you don't have school, you have another 8 hours to work on again network marketing, again dream, or anything what you want to do again. But there we do, you go and watch movie. We waste that time. We chit chat. And that is how most of the people mess up their time. I hope I clearly told A to Z about time management.
Yes, sir. But I have one more doubt to ask.
Yeah.
So actually, sometimes we do some work, and afterwards we see okay, we'll do it afterwards, like that, and then we just skip that thing, and then we do something else. So how to concentrate on doing one work?
Okay, first of all, you should know why you're doing what you're doing. For example, do you ever skip your birthday?
No, sir.
Do you ever skip your picnic? Do you ever skip your most favorite actor's movie? Do you ever skip,
No, sir.
your mother being in the hospital? Do you ever skip any of these things? Whatever is important, you'll never skip. Everything what is not important, you think it's okay. Only those things you skip. So when
Yes,
you're
sir,
doing
you're
something,
right. Yeah.
when you're doing something, make sure you find out why am I doing. When you know why you're doing, automatically you won't skip it. It's very simple. See, life is very simple. Whatever I'm telling, it is so simple to do. But simple things are not that easy to do. Everyone knows an apple a day keeps the doctor away. But how many of you eat one apple a day? None. Right? So that's the beauty of life. Simple things are easy to do and easy not to do also. So make sure you get that right.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. That's it. My job is done. Full stop.
So one more question. So
Yeah, go ahead.
how to get over phone addiction?
How to overcome?
So phone addiction.
Phone addiction. Okay. So addiction or phone addiction, always make sure it's not that you're addicted to a phone, you're addicted to an app or to chatting or to a friend or to social media or to a celebrity or to various other things. It's not the phone. So get this point very clear. People will always keep the phone away, but you're attached to the things within the phone. So first you have to find out what am I attached within the phone first. Because your mother has a phone, your father has a phone, I have a phone, everyone in the world has a phone. Everyone is not sitting in front of the phone. So there's something which you're getting from the phone that you have to find out what it is. You want to tell me what it is, Suhani, so I can tell you how to get out of that?
So YouTube.
YouTube. Now, when you see, I have no issues for people getting addicted to YouTube or Facebook or Instagram. But I'm having issues with people following the wrong pages which they subscribe and they unsubscribe. So for example, now you're into network marketing, you're into being a life coach or whatever it is. Follow networking pages, follow life coach pages of how to be a coach, not the marketing life coaches, but how to be a coach. If someone is giving that training, follow them, listen to them. I have no issues with that.
So
But
I
then
do
why?
that.
That is perfect.
I-
But why do you? Yeah.
So
You do
but
that?
it's like yes, sir. So but this time it's more important for me to focus on my studies, but I'm still, focusing more on my future.
Okay. So what happens there is, so you have a future plan, but your present is not creating the foundation. If you don't have the right foundation, automatically your future plan is going to fall apart.
Yes, sir.
So understand that how value my studies is important, because right now the problem, Suhani, right now is you're moving into entertainment and not knowledge grabbing. What happens is now, for example, you're looking at a motivational speaker, for example. Slowly, you will get into the entertainment side of things. Slowly, I'll tell you very, very simple concept of motivational speaking. Learn from the motivational speaker. The day you buy the book, he has sold you the book and you're getting into the entertainment side of things. Right? Many people get into that side of things. They get entertained. Oh, he told a great thing. Wow, it is so great being a life coach. You're going into the fantasy side of things. I have no issues you following anyone to learn. But if you're moving into entertainment, you're asking for trouble. Right? So differentiate that first. Am I getting entertainment, or am I learning from this person how to be the right coach? Am I learning how he's talking? Am I learning how he's using the body language? I'm learning how he's looking at the camera. Am I learning the content he's designing? Am I learning how he's bringing the different transitions in the videos? If you're learning that, how much ever YouTube you watch, I have no issues. But then when you start doing that, your mind will get tired, you'll switch off after some time also. But if you're going into the flow, then you are getting it completely wrong. That is the first step. You need, okay, this is entertainment or learning. Entertainment or learning. Once you're filtering it out, that automatically you filter out the unnecessary things. So go into your subscriptions list, go into your Instagram and Facebook and see who all you liked, and start unliking people who doesn't. Even unfollow your friend also who throws crap. Don't unfriend, unfollow. Right? Some people will put all the death things. Have you ever noticed a very good scene and suddenly a horror ghost will come and go?
Yes, sir.
Right? What do? Share. I got scared. Let me scare everyone. Right? There you're doing a negative karma. There you're doing a negativity there, and obviously more fear will come into you. So what you need to do is that filter out your social media. It is a very powerful tool, but filter it out first. Right? And then know the value of what you're doing. Once you know the value of what you're doing, how this is going to, so that again, 8 hours, you have 2 hours to watch YouTube, how much ever you want. But the other 6 hours, if you don't put on studies, you won't have YouTube, nor you won't have your future. At the end of the day, your parents will counter you, get married to your random guy, and it's all done. Then you scratch over why my life is so messed up. Got it?
Sir.
And you don't understand, Suhani, of how powerful you can be, how powerful girls can be into the world. But how many of you are being that girl? Very few. Everyone will slowly move on to, I know you are all on the girl sub team, so that's why I'm giving you more the concept onto that. It's more about girl have their own powers. It's when you start focusing on the powers, you will evolve and you will bloom so powerfully, which very few people come to know. Right? Everyone is entertainment. Everything is fine. Oh, you saw that. Oh, yeah. Everyone wants to go that way. But you lose a lot of things in that process. Got it? So what you have to do is filter out, go to your subscription list, unfollow people. I just, a week ago, I put in one of my stories when I told this guy to do it, and he has no more addiction. Now, why addiction happens is a different question. When you have a gap in life, for example, most of the youth right now, you have a girlfriend, boyfriend, after the breakup happens, a gap happens. To fill in the gap, you will find social media. To fill in the gap, you will find something to pick on. That is a different kind of addiction. So addiction is coming because a gap is created. That gap has to be removed. So you're picking up this addiction to forget it. Most of the addiction, when a person says addiction, the problem is a gap. For example, you're worried about something. You will go involved in YouTube so that you forget the worry. I didn't study properly. I'm going to have bad marks. Okay, go YouTube, forget. Right? So many people get those addictions. For example, best example I always say is, Devdas and Paro's example. Devdas didn't get Paro. That love gap he had, he put in alcohol into it and killed himself. If there was someone to tell him Paro is not the right girl, she is completely off her mind. She was the wrong selection by you. Try to understand there's much more better girls for you. And if you go in search of the right girl, another girl will come and Devdas would have been lived. But no, Paro left me. This is love. I have to sacrifice and compromise. And he gives a horrible message to the youth also that you have to die for love. That is all stupidity from my point of view. Right?
Yes.
So all these addictions is a gap which is being filled in, and that gap gets automatically filled up with a lot of addiction. Many people mobile, many people games. Now, for example, all parents are worried about boys getting too much involved in PUBG games, right? Long time ago.
Yes.
Why they are in PUBG? Ever you have thought about it? He has some problem and he wants to run away from the problem. That's why he's getting into PUBG. He's not happy with the parents, and half the time parents are shouting at him, and he's frustrated with the shouting. He doesn't want to hear. At least he gets some recognition playing in PUBG. Right? He wins the battles in PUBG. In life, he's losing, but in PUBG, he's winning. He's collecting. Some people have this coin collection game. They go on collecting coins. Yeah, in life, they didn't make the money. They're getting satisfaction in that game, playing that game, and having that. Right? If they don't have PUBG, they will go and die or do something funny or something stupid. Got it?
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Kritika, yes.
How to take our failures in a positive way and be self-motivated?
Failures normally happens to teach you a lesson. Every failure is something life trying to teach you. If you focus on the teaching, it is no more a failure. It is something life trying to step you up. For example, as a baby, you fell so many times. Would you call that a failure? No, you failed, you stood up. When you drove your bicycle, how many times you fell down from the bicycle? A couple of times you fell down, you started learning. So, but when you become an adult, every failure is a big failure. Oh, how come this? Because you build up this ego, and this ego will counter you saying that how can an adult fail? Yeah, adult is the people who fail the most. But then what happens? You play the victim card rather than growth. Oh, society is like this, that is why I am a failure. Oh, my mother, father is like this, that is why I am a failure. Oh, my friends didn't give me the acceptance, recognition, that is why I am a failure. You play the victim card to justify your failure. That is when the failure becomes a failure. So the question here you have to ask is very simple. I fail because somewhere around I have to grow, or somewhere around I have to change. The general quote which I tell everyone is every tear, which means every failure, every tear which falls out of your eyes is something life trying to teach you. If you learn the lesson, the tears will stop. If you don't learn the lesson, you'll be kept in the same class, same people, same situation, keep repeating until you change. So change, your tear will stop. Doubt clear on failure?
Yes.
Go ahead. More questions? Or my job is done. I like this when there's no questions.
Of course not. There are a lot.
Okay,
So
go
we have
ahead.
to talk
Try
about
answer.
motivation. We still have to talk about
Yes.
motivation. So I'll go
What
on
is
with
that?
my question.
What is that you want to know? Motivation.
Motivation. Like a brief about motivation, and then the questions will come.
Okay, so motivation from my point is, I think Kritika did talk about self-motivation. When you know what you're doing, you will be self-motivated. No, sorry. When you know why you're doing what you're doing, you will be self-motivated. For example, you on your birthday, this is the best example I give. On your birthday, are you not automatically self-motivated? You are. That day, you don't need any self-motivation. You're completely motivated on your birthday. Why? Because for you, self-motivation automatically comes because you feel special. That is the one side of self. When you know why you're doing, whenever you're doing what you're doing, for example, you're trying to help your mother who's struggling. Automatically, you'll be self-motivated because you have the love of your mother and your duty of your daughter stepping in, and you go and get that self-motivation. When you, for example, many kids are, how do you get motivated studies? If you're studying because your parents are telling you to study, if you're studying because the society is telling you to study, if you're studying because my friends are studying, so I am studying, you will never be self-motivated because the motivation is external and not internal. Internal will only come, why am I doing? Why Shreya is studying? If only Shreya has that answer, she will be motivated. Like, why is it's my birthday? You know, because you're born on this day, it's my day, the celebration will be there, everyone give me the importance. That is why it is special for me. That is one thing of motivation. Now, the other thing about general motivation, which you see from people, I'm not a motivational speaker. Many people tend to think that I'm a motivational speaker, but I'm not. Right? I don't believe in motivation because right now what I've seen is motivation have moved into entertainment, and that is where most of the motivations are getting wrong. Right? There are so many motivations. Now, Suhani wants to get into motivation speaking also as a coach, as a coaching, into life coach. But the problem here is everyone is after the money part. When you're after the money part, the true essence of motivation will step out because you're focused on selling something. You're focused on making money out of it. And slowly a product. You see, most of the motivation speaker will start and later they will have a product to sell. That is not motivation.
Sir,
What
I
I
have
tell-
to say,
Yes,
sir,
Suhani.
I'm actually not into money for motivation. Actually, speaking and actually motivating people is something I really love to do. So it's not of money that I'm doing this.
So if you like what you're doing, that is really great. But won't you charge? Are you planning to make motivation a career, or are you going to do it like a crazy guy like me who does it all free?
So I wanted to do it for all free, but then I saw a video that said that Jo tumhara, if you have a passion and you think that you can earn from it, then go for it as a career choice. So yeah.
That is a good point, right? So what happens? See, I'm okay with motivational speakers doing that, but my biggest worry is that if a person really needs your help, Are you there for them or do you charge them?
Yes, sir.
Right?
Okay.
Because I have seen great motivation speaker. When I initially long time ago, when I started doing researches on motivational speaker and all, I went to one of a great motivational speaker, and a lady put a very serious problem on his Facebook profile. You can put a message on a Facebook profile, right? And the guy replies saying that please communicate and join our course. It's only 5,000 rupees. Your problem will be solved. Right? So that is when I understood, yeah, the lady has come with so much of expectation, with so much of, wanting a solution because they think that you are the one who can. That is why I have a commitment to the world. Anyone who messages me on Facebook, Instagram will get a reply from me. Right? Will get a reply. I'll personally respond. I know I spend a lot of time replying to people's messages, but within 2 weeks' time, I make sure I'll get a hello to them, respecting that they have seen or tried to communicate with me in some form or the other to get that reply. When I tell people, the other thing is, a real good motivational speaker, you just have to meet him once. All your answers will be doubt and his job is done. Most of the motivation speaker, you want returning customers. That's what they teach you. You have a good customer, you sell a book, then you sell a course. Then after the course, you tell them a exclusive allied course, and they join, and they are going in the entertainment side of things, which is my concern. There are so many motivation speakers in the world. Why is the still world suffering? That is a question which everyone has to ask. Right? So I have no issues being on a motivational speaker, but then there are some people who really need your help. Be there for them. That is good enough for being the best motivation speaker you can be.
Okay, sir. So now I'll do network marketing for earning purpose, and life coach will be all free.
No, it's not about that, Suhani. It's what you want to do, right? So see, it's not about net. So there's network marketing. If you're getting into it, make sure you do it as a time pass in the first thing. Don't put complete career into network marketing.
Yes.
Right? So whatever career you can do with your studies, do your 12th, and whatever, get a job with that, do network marketing. With that, you do life coaching. Right? I'm not saying, Suhani, don't have to charge. Charge for corporates, charge to colleges who have money to give you. But what I don't like about some of the motivation speakers, that once they get the money flowing in, every person becomes a product for them to make money out of. My problem is there. Yes. If a small, Suhani, you become a very posh, motivational speaker in future, a normal village college calls you for a session, would you go for it or not? Or would you say, I am 1 lakh, pay me 1 lakh and only then I will come?
No, sir.
Right? So that is the attitude towards motivation speaking, which I see have changed. Right? That's a different thing, that I do all my sessions free. And for the rest of my life, my sessions will always be free to the world. It is a promise which I've given to the world. Right? Because people ask me, and people tell me also how much the other motivation is charging and why you're doing for free. They don't understand. It is my duty to the world, and that's what I'm doing. That's a separate discussion altogether, right? But then the objective should be, I'm a servant to the world which needs help. And if there is a service which I can give, I am going to give in the best possible way. And my duty is, I'm not going to expect anything in return. So the day when you don't expect things in return, that is when you truly become a life coach. Right? Other is all money contract you're doing just to make money out of it. Right? Life coach are people who change life. Right? But then when you don't get money, you stop changing life? That is a question which you have to ask. Yes, got it?
So how can we get the fire, the passion, the motivation, like the fire and the passion and the motivation for our goals? Okay, and it's like I have a goal. I want to do something. And then on the way, there are, like, okay, let me say, there's one thing. I want to be happy. But then I'm doing something, like I have to do like engineering.
Okay, Shreya,
I have
give
to
me.
do, but that's
me
not gonna.
hold on. When you could say something, that thing and all, tell me what are those things so I can relate it much more easier and clarify it for you. Or a vague example. Don't tell me your real life example. You can put some other words into it and make me understand the story so I can really get into the story and tell you how to get out of the story.
So, sir, if we are going for a journey and then there is some place we have to reach, we are not
Yeah.
exactly looking for the place we have to reach, but the journey itself. So, we like, what should I be motivated about? Finding the end, or I mean, it's just a confusion, it's a mess with me.
You always have to be motivated in being the best Shreya that Shreya can be.
That is
Not the
one of
journey,
my ideas.
not the journey, not the destination, not anywhere. Is Shreya growing? Is Shreya being the best daughter? Is Shreya being the best student? Is Shreya being the best, getting her best marks? Is she 80 student? How does Shreya become 85? How she makes it 90? How she makes it 95? That is satisfaction. True satisfaction or true happy life will only come when you grow. If you don't grow, there is no point in life. Right? So am I growing? Am I being a better human being? Am I being a good support to my mother? Like, as I said, when you leave this world, whichever God or universe or whoever sent you into this world will only ask you one question. Shreya, were you the best child? Were you best daughter? Were you the best, colleague? Were you the best friend? Were you the best wife? Were you the best grandmother? These are the questions. They will not ask what your mother was, what your father was, what your husband was, what your in-laws were. So when you start focusing on growth, that growth gives you enjoyment because you feel it within you. But then what happens is that most of the people tend to compare themselves with someone else to justify their growth. Stupidity. Right? He is doing this, I want to do that. Stupidity. What is needed for me to be that? Let me do that and be that. Find happiness in that. True happiness is in growth. It is full stop. You are born in this life. Life as a birth is given to you purely to grow as a positive human being. You have choices. You want to be a positive human being or not. But at the end of the day, there is a learning experience. If you learn, the growth will happen. Did I answer the question, Shreya? All the doubt is clear on with regards to that?
Yes, sir.
So every day, am I a good daughter? Am I a good student? Am I a good brother or sister, whoever you have? Am I a good human being? Am I a good friend? Am I improving? When you start doing that, you'll see happy. Oh, my mother's happy with me. Oh, my father's happy with me. Oh, my studies are going well. Oh, teachers are happy. Oh, my friends are happy with me. Oh, I am also happy. Don't go in search of happiness. Be happy or be the happiness. Be the core of the happiness. So people come to you for the happiness.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Or if they don't understand you, they will call you mad for some time. But after some time, when they see you keep your happiness alive, they will bow down and say, how are you so happy like this? That time tell them, see positive, expose positivity, automatically story starts changing.
Yes, sir, that happened. When you're confused, madness of it all, and
What happened?
the madness of it all, the being happy and being best.
I know many girls. Like I think 1 month ago, I had a session with a girl. She says, we are all happy, bubbly girl, and I'm very, very happy doing that. But the society doesn't allow me to do that. Right? That is the next question most of the girls would ask. I said, like, when your room is closed, be the bubbly girl who you want to be. When you're within the family, be the why you have to change and stamp that onto your character. Right? If you're a happy, jolly, everyone is born jolly. That people don't understand that. They put this various tags with them. They put the society tag. Okay, fake in front of the society, but why change your character?
And
right?
Then, so the comments be like, being a double person, playing a double game, you're not being who you are, and
Smart.
fakeness and all. It's just
smartness. It's not big. Now I'm happy. I'm jumping. I have no problem. Around 50 people are watching. It doesn't matter to me what you people think. I am going to be what I am. Right now, for like everyone is worried about, before coming on camera, everyone is worried about the hairstyle, how they do. Yeah, okay, I'm spoiling my hairstyle right now in front of you. I'm going to talk like this for the rest of the show. What is going to happen? Nothing. Right? But then obviously people want me to have the hair set properly, so I'm doing it for them. But it doesn't matter to me. I am what I am. I know what I am. And feel confident in what I am. Why bother about what people say, what you are at the end of the day? Right? So live that happy. When you are alone, jump, shout, scream as a baby. What is going to happen? Nothing is going to happen. Some people you have seen when they have a bath, they sing a song and enjoy that. Yeah, do that every day. There is nothing wrong. You live and enjoy, shout, scream, but do it in a positive way. Make sure you don't disturb the world with it. But when you go to someone's funeral, don't scream and enjoy that. There you have a society to manage. You have to follow the system within the society and make sure you maintain that.
Sometimes even like when people say that I don't open up to some people, it's just because I have this personal, like I do have a lot of personal boundaries, and then I, like even with the family and all, some parts of me I just don't express. I keep them to myself, and then I be told that you should not like open up and all and all. And all.
Okay,
like
there's two things here. There's two things here. Now, opening up to friends is a waste of time. My point of view. You're just sharing crap and they're taking crap later, and you just follow in the cycle of crap exchange, right? Sharing within your family, if you think that it is not worth it and they won't understand right now, it is not worth to share it. Do you believe in God or you don't believe in God?
I do, as a spiritual like support.
Then share all that crap with God, and that's good enough. But at the end of the day, you have to fix it. So you have something which you kept to yourself and you're not getting the solution. You have to look answers for it and fix it. Because if you don't fix it, then automatically your mind will get disturbed, and they will see the behavior change. Your parents will see the behavior change, and they'll say, many people want other people to open up to take control over the people also. Be careful. Parents sometimes want the kids to open up to control them. Right? So I'm not saying against the parent. That's natural. Beta, tell me, like after marriage is the best time this all happens. Beta, tell me how your husband is. Everything is okay. Never ever say a word until there's a serious problem. Or else always talk in support of your in-laws. Because the day when you say, oh, I think my in-law told like, oh, mother will pick that and other problems will start coming. So keeping your two things to yourself, you can keep it until you can solve this. If you can't solve it, you have to ask other people's help, maximum to your mother, father, and not more than anyone else.
Sometimes like the best helps come from strangers. Like I do believe like sometimes you meet some people and then
see, that is 100% true, Shreyas. God, as long as you believe in God have different forms and different ways. It will send people to give you the answers. But many people don't search for the answer. They suppress not getting the answer. That is where the problem is. I have no issue, Shreya, keeping the problems onto your own, trying to figuring it out and get to the solution. But many people suppress it within themselves, keep it within, and then slowly, what I say, they'll die with a heart attack. Or slowly, they will have another disease coming in because they kept it. For example, Shreya, you are irritated because you are conscious about your hair. Okay, let's say you're conscious about your hair. Everyone starts picking you on your hair. You want to tell them, why you want to talk about my hair? Just forget it. And they won't talk about it. But then, no, my hair. You will get worried. And then slowly your hair will start falling because you're so worried. Right? So, Mama, why are you talking about? Or accept that I'm happy with whichever hair I have. Then no one again can influence you. Got it?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
More questions?
Sir, what is the best way to deal with negative thinkers?
Negative thinkers, stay away from them. Right? That's the best way. Because it's a waste of time to talk to people who's already thinking negative. Let them think negative. Don't get or buy into those things. Just feel free and stay away from negative thinkers, because they keep, like, I know, many people who talk that saying that, oh, I have my best friends, but they keep sharing negative things to me. Should I listen? I say, like, stop the friendship as quick as you can, because if you start listening negativity, you will end up on a long time as a negative person, because you're taking in that system. You're taking negativity and they will become that. Did I answer a very quick way? Just stay away from them. Sorry, man. Thanks a lot. It was a pleasure. You're a great friend, but I think now things have to move on. And you've helped me a lot. I've helped you a lot. It's time to move on and move on. If you want to grow, I'll tell you something if you want to be positive, or if you're thinking of growing, you have to lose a lot of friends around you. That's a sure thing, because 70% of the people are moving towards making their life negative. Right? So if you want to be in that, not 70, let me keep it 50-50 only to be on this. So 50% of people are moving towards Shreya, you said something?
Like a 60-40 margin.
Yeah, 60-40. But at the end of the day, it's all equal. It's always 50-50. When you see the whole world's calculation, it's always 50-50 positivity and negativity, right? But then when you see within your life, you will only see 10% positive and remaining 80% negative, or what, a 60-40, whatever it is. Stay on that 10% side and keep staying on the 10% side. If you think there's something negative, okay, I'm done with you, man. You can always throw a friend, right? It's not compulsory you have to bond to your friend to the life, even though the person is killing you. I have this friendship going on. They can't kill me. Yeah, if they're negative, okay, thank you very much. They're killing your mind. They're not physically killing you, but they're killing your mind. Kritika, did I answer the question?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Go ahead. More questions. Shoot. Pick. Tell me. Done. Shreya's full stopped now. Who is next now? Suhani, any more questions?
No, sir. No, sir.
I will go on answering until the questions come. Don't look at the time or forget. If you guys want to go, you can go, but I will keep answering until the questions keep coming.
Whenever
Anything
I do
about
something,
yeah.
whenever I do something new, I start thinking that whether I will be able to do it or not. I'm not confident about it. So how can I increase my self-confidence?
First of all, Kritika, you should know what you're capable of and not. Sometimes you do a lot of things because other people are doing, I also want to do. Other people are saying, I also want to say. That is how I want to be. When you compare yourself to someone else, every time when you do that, you will lower down your self-confidence. So first thing you have to do is to stop comparing. The day you stop comparing and look into that, automatically you will start focusing on yourself. What is less in me? What is more in me? What I need to improve? What is the thing I have to grow? Guys, give me, I think most of the girls are done with the questions. I will open up the link to public in another next 5-10 minutes, or whenever they say they're done with their questions. So that's how it's going. I think slowly the questions are getting over. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to open the link. It'll be there on my Instagram bio link, and I'll be sharing on YouTube and Facebook. You guys can join in also, right? So back to Kritika's question. You should know who you are. You should know what you want to do. You should know what your strengths and weaknesses are, and keep growing on your strength. Don't work on your weakness that much. Only work on your weakness if it is an obstacle to your goal, right? Only work on your weakness on it. Then you don't need anyone. You will be automatically growing and being self-motivated to do what you want to do. But first of all, you should know who you are, right? Don't look at, Shreya and say that, oh, Shreya is like this girl, I want to be like Shreya. Then you lose your identity. You lose your self-confidence. I am Kritika. I am an 80% student. How do I make it 85? How do I make it 90? That is the focus Kritika has to put in it, and you keep focusing on that. There's no worries at all. Did I answer the question?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so just one last thing that.
Yeah.
So when the influence comes from your family, then I mean, there's like family never does do a wrong for you, and they always are, supportive and all. But if there is something negative, I mean, what should we do? Like, how to deal with that?
find out why. When you say family, mother, father, right? Future
and
spouse,
siblings.
siblings until marriage, and children's until marriage. Right? Because after marriage they will change. Husband will come, a wife will come, and then someone keep messaging me. I want to talk to you, Harshita. My link will come on the bio link shortly. You can click on the link and you can come on. Right? So what happens when parents or sibling is negative? First thing what you got to find out is, what did they go through which made them different from you? Maybe your sibling might have a breakup issue, or maybe your sibling don't like you because you're the second child and you got all the attention which they wanted. Maybe they're going through a tough time. Maybe you are very good, your parents is constantly comparing you against that poor sibling. So there's many things which is going on. When you look into the family and till the life you know about your sister, observe where all she's getting rejected, where all she's getting hit, where all she's being compared. Start supporting her in that side of things. Slowly she will trust you, and slowly the system will start building up. Right? And most of the fights between your siblings is natural. Right? That's not the hate. It's just natural fighting. You have this ego conflict, or you have various other conflicts going on, you fight. But then lifelong hating, long-term hating, not talking for a long time, then there is something which is going on. You have to really compare and find out what went wrong. Is there something which I don't know? And then work it up from there, right? They are not negative. The situation within your family have chose them to be negative, but from your point, they are negative, but they don't know about positivity, so they act negative, right? So what you have to do is that try to find their story, or try to find out what they went through. And then slowly sort of build up that relationship, build up the trust, build up the confidence. They'll open up further. Sometimes most of the daughters, I am mother's, ladla bachi, or my most favorite. You play that card. The other person gets completely rejected with that. The sister or the sibling doesn't know you're having and creating an issue here. Right? But then long term, you start hitting. They will think that, I'm the horrible child, and the other sister is the best child. Right? So when she's dejected, Mama, why are you telling her about my sibling that way? Right? Mama, don't tell her. She's also like me. Let me support her. And sister, I know for a long time Mama has telling that is because Mama just thinking, and then slowly she will reject you first to test you if you are on her side or mother's side. And then slowly build up that relationship. So you slowly cover it up until marriage. Because after marriage, the husband can totally turn her head against you.
Yes, sir. And so what do we do if someone is hell-bent on proving you wrong, like me wrong? If someone is trying to prove me wrong. And
so
they just can't get it.
Keep doing the right thing and smile.
That irritates them. No?
Yeah, that is But the thing is, Shreya, what you don't understand, when you're doing the right thing, keep doing it, right? So I always tell people this thing, like it's all about telling the truth and being frank on this. Tell the truth, twist the truth, stay quiet, but never tell a lie, right? So what you have to do is that if someone is bothering you or trying to show you down, if it is a relationship which you want to build, lose it once in a while. Lose for your sibling or use for your friend so that they feel good that, I won. That is thinking at a different level, right? I'm losing for them to win so that they're positively motivated and they come back to me. Sometimes, like my 3-year-old baby, right? I know with my one hit, he will fall. But still I tell him I'll hit and he'll hit me and I'll fall on the ground as if he hit me hard. I have nothing to lose, but the relationship builds. If that focus, sometimes if someone is trying to hit you down, be down and let them feel happy in that. That is when you overtake their relationship. Did that make sense? Indirectly?
Yes, sir, that did make a lot of sense. Just means that we have to bend down and give up, lose once in a while.
It's not losing. It is you winning the relationship in the form of losing.
Way.
Right? So that is how sometimes you go to, for example, initially, like again, Suhani is gone. If you get married, right? Don't go and counter your husband in the day one. I have this thing to do, that thing to do. Lose once in a while, see if the victory is coming. You sometimes, some battles you lose, and the right time comes, you hit. That is how you truly win. Right? That is the dialogue of Bazigar, right? What he says in the dialogue, he says, "वो हाथ पर जीता है, उसे बाजीगर बोलते हैं," right? So that's what.
Okay. Yes, I'm done with my questions, sir.
Done with your questions? Anyone else? Gitanjali, Kritika?
No, sir, we don't have any question to ask.
No, sir.
Oh, not from me.
Thank
That is impressive. It took me 1 hour and 35 minutes to answer 4 girls' question in the best
On
possible
just 2
way.
topics. That's the
On
positivity and motivation.
you have more questions on other
We can
topics
all-
also you can ask.
I mean, sir, like we can talk and talk and talk about life, but it just makes sense in the end of the day when we like live it. So 1.5 hours is fine talking about it.
Okay, no issues. It's all about the actions at the end of the day. See, for me, I say people always put a topic, but for me, join the live show using the link. Okay, so people at the end of the day start with a random topic, but at the end of my talk will go on different topics at the end. It's all based on my questions. I don't prepare any of my speeches, right? I don't prepare any of my talk. The questions come, the talk actually comes, right? So that's how it is. So if you have any other questions with anything about life from birth to death, you can ask me. Don't leave this opportunity. What I tell people is that meet me once, clear all your doubts, and then forget me, right? Anyways, that's your wish. So guys, Instagram, YouTube, if you want to join the show, my links are out on the Instagram. If you Shreya, Gitanjali, Kritika, if you guys want to drop out, you can drop out, or the
Thank
show
you
will
so much,
continue for a couple of minutes
Thank you, sir.
until all thanks to God, and thanks a lot to Kritika and Shreya for coming in and getting this show sorted out. Thanks a lot for that. So yeah, so let's see how it goes. So guys, I have put the links online. If you go on my bio link, Rishita, Muskan, who all wanted to be a part of my show, feel free to be a part of the show. I'll wait for another 5 minutes. Generally all my shows goes for a long time, because that's what one of you have told me, that do a longer show rather than 1 hour daily short shows. So that's the reason I'm here. So guys, Instagram, go on my bio link, Facebook, YouTube. It's already there on the comments column. If you click that link, and if you use Google Chrome to open up and give access to camera and mic, you will be in the show live. Hi Tejaswini, hi Moni. Others, come on the live show if you want to discuss about. If there's nothing around going on, then I'm all good with it. I will say Janagana and see you tomorrow, right? Tomorrow, I would just come live, generally replying to comments on Instagram. It's been a long time that I didn't do it. I have seen a lot of comments coming in. So tomorrow I will do the Ask Deek show, which is basically only looking at the comments on Facebook and YouTube, right? There you go. Prakar has come. Yes, Prakar.
Hi, sir.
Hi.
Hi, sir. Can I? क्या मैं हिंदी में सर क्वेश्चन पूछ सकता हूँ?
Yes, you can ask me in Hindi also, but I'll reply in English if it's okay.
Okay, yes sir, it is okay.
Okay.
तो सर मेरा क्वेश्चन ये कि जैसे मैं अभी एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप में प्लान कर रहा हूँ अपना स्टार्टअप.
Okay.
तो सर मतलब जैसे आइडियाज आते हैं, पर क्लियर आइडिया कभी नहीं आता है कि एक्चुअली में क्या है. कंफ्यूजिंग आता है, फिर वही आइडिया कोई और कर देता है, बट शायद मैं उसको अच्छे से समझ नहीं पाता हूँ कि एक्चुअली में वो सॉल्यूशन क्या है. तो सर हाउ आई गेट माय $1 million idea?
So Prakar, at the end of the day, first thing first, right? What's your education now?
Sir, I engineering, sir. B completed this year. Yes, sir.
You
2
have
months ago.
You have a job or you don't have a job?
I don't have a job, sir.
Okay. First thing, what I would recommend is to try to get a job. I'll tell you why. When you work, or go work for free, right? So go and work for free and get to know of how an organization works.
Okay.
Right? Don't learn to do the job. Go into an organization, work for free to learn how a business runs.
Okay.
First point. So what happens there is you get a live experience of the problems which people face, of how bosses create issues, of various other things right now. So what happens there? It gives you that flexibility from that point and gives you the idea of how a business works. Or go join a startup.
Okay.
Right? So that you know how the startups is business. So parallelly, when you have the free time, what you need to do is work on the idea, because only when you start working, your working idea will start work. So right now you have an idea, but don't have the idea how to execute. That
Yes,
you
sir.
can only get while you get into the working side of things temporarily.
Okay.
Right? Other thing is, when you start working, you get money also. Save that money to invest in your idea and future, or else you have to borrow money and they will take most of your share of your business.
Yes, sir.
Right? So
Yes.
that is how. And then once your idea comes and once you have the money, talk to the right people who can help you execute the idea.
Okay.
If you're a very good engineering, you will need a marketing person. If you're a very good marketing person, you need a technical person.
Yes,
So
sir.
try to create a team within that time. And
Okay.
once that is done, automatically the idea, the concept, everything will click together so you can launch it in the right way. Many people get into entrepreneurship in doing in such a way that they do have the idea, they start the idea, they fall apart because they don't know how a business runs.
Yes, sir.
And free time, read about entrepreneurship, how to execute an idea. Like, for example, if you have an idea, the first thing what people say is, do you have a business plan? So go on Google and search how to do a business plan.
Okay.
Right? Or how do I market a product? How do I market research? The biggest important thing for any business or entrepreneurship is to do market research to understand to what level the market research can work out.
Okay.
Right? So these are the small steps. When you do, you will have the confidence to execute because you have seen how the world is doing it.
Yes, sir.
Right? Harshita, you didn't give access to your camera and mic, so unfortunately I can't take you. I've taken the other people, Harshita, Jaswal, Swati, Vijay, and V. I'm all good to take you guys in, right? Yes, Prakar, any more questions?
यस सर. सर जैसे मतलब जो भी लीडर होता है इंडस्ट्री का, जैसे आप मतलब कोई भी बिग लीडर्स को देखें तो वो स्किलफुल होते हैं. सर सबसे ज्यादा अभी मेरे अंदर ये डाउट है कि ज्यादा मतलब सारी स्किल्स सीखना रहती हैं या फिर कुछ सीखना रहती हैं या फिर क्या. सर मुझे मेरे जो मेंटर थे अभिनव सर, उन्होंने बताया कि यदि लीडर 10 में से 10 लाता है तो टीम 10 में से 8 लाती है, 7 लाती है. तो अब मुझे समझ में नहीं आता कि सब कुछ कैसे हुआ कवर.
Prakar, what you have to understand here is what skills do Prakar need is most important.
Okay.
Not what have the leaders, what others have, and what the other great people have. Right? Now, for example, if you look at Elon Musk, the most richest man right now in this world, his character is completely out of a normal person's thought process. Right?
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
be the best Prakar you can be. Be the most a person who you can make a difference be. And that should be your focus.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Got it? And once you have an idea, how can I convert this idea into a service and a product? Have that plan work. Right? Only if you take action, you will get a result, because thinking is a waste of time.
Yes, sir.
Got it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, go ahead. Doubt clear or anything else, Prakar?
Yes, sir. Clear, sir. Clear.
Okay, good. I can see the smile means you're all good now. So go get a job, work, don't sit and wait on this idea, start executing, be that great person, and that's how it would have to go. Got it?
Sir, one more last question. Can I ask?
Yeah.
सर जैसे अभी मैं स्पिरिचुअलिटी में थोड़ा सा डीप जाने लगा हूँ और थोड़ा मटेरियलिस्टिक वर्ल्ड जैसे अभी आप समझ रहे हैं, तो अभी ये मेरे लिए थोड़ा सा एक चैलेंजिंग हो गया कि उधर जाते हैं तो इधर के लिए मतलब गिर जाती है वैल्यू. अब सर्विस और प्रोडक्ट जो भी लाना है या स्टार्टअप करना है वो इसी वर्ल्ड में करना है, तो सर इसको कैसे.
Very beautiful question. See, there is a big confusion that if you go spiritual, you need to disconnect from materialistic thing. It is untrue. True spirituality is sitting in the most disturbed world and sitting at peace. That is true spirituality.
Yes, sir.
Right? For example, Prakar, let me give you a very simple example. You have 10 rupees. You make 10 rupees.
Yes, sir.
1 rupee you give to charity.
Okay.
It is a spiritual action or not?
Yes.
Right? So my question, you make 1 lakh. Okay.
Yes.
Out of that, again, 1% you have to give. That is around 10,000 rupees. If you
Yes,
make
sir.
1 crore, it will be, I think 1% will be around 10 lakhs, or I don't know, whatever the calculation is. Spirituality, what I tell people, is being the best you can be and being truly happy in what you're doing and doing what your heart wants to do. You are living a spiritual life. Money is not against spirituality,
Yes, sir.
right? So you're Hindu, right?
Yes, sir.
So when you got spirituality, when you're going on the God side of things, Goddess Lakshmi is money only. Right? Will I say that detach from Goddess Lakshmi? Attach with Goddess Lakshmi, but in a positive sense.
Yes, sir.
That is spirituality. Many people say from materialistic. Nothing like that. You need materialistic thing to serve the world.
Yes, sir.
Right? When you for doing karma, you need money.
Yes, sir.
Right? Without karma, can you do something? Yes, you can do in a certain level. Sitting there, you're so powerful that people come to you. To start something, you need money.
Yes, sir.
Right? I'm not saying not to go on the spiritual side of things, but don't get confused of most of the people who pitch spirituality as detachment from materialistic thing. True spirituality is sitting at peace with all the materialistic thing in your hand and still you're not attached to it. It is not detachment, that not having materialistic thing, having the materialistic thing in your hand and detaching yourself from that materialistic, even though it is in my hand, that is true spirituality.
Yes, sir.
I have the jacket. I'm wearing this jacket, but detached to my jacket, because if I remove my jacket also, I'm okay with it. That is spirituality.
Yes, sir.
That is what spirituality teaches about detachment. That I have it, even though if this has a hole, I won't cry when this jacket is spoiled. That is spirituality. Many people understand that you should not wear a jacket, you should not have the right hairstyle, you should walk as long hair, long beard, and a toned dress. This is all just a marketing side of spirituality.
Yes, sir.
So idea clear of materialistic thing, it is not detachment of materialistic things. It is you control everything, but I don't hold it because it is not mine. That is real spirituality. Did that make sense?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Anything else on spirituality before I move on? No? Prakhar, you're good?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, next is V. Who's V? V doesn't want to discuss. That's good. If you want to really keep it private, don't put your name. Yes, V. Prakhar, you can mute it. V is not speaking. So next I go to Vijay. Vijay 1. Vijay 2.
Hello.
Yes, Vijay. Yeah.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Prakhar, mute your mic. Guys, everyone mute your mic except Vijay, please. Yeah. Yes, Vijay.
Sir, good evening, sir. Do you hear
Good
me,
evening.
sir?
Yes, loud and clear.
Sir, I have two questions, sir.
Good.
So one is about my father.
Yeah.
Sir, we own a textile shop, sir, and
Okay.
we own a very small textile shop, and the sales are good enough, and we are very happy, sir.
Yeah.
And the people around us, also they speak somewhat jealous about us, and my father usually hears such jealous words, and he usually feels depressed at many times, sir.
Yeah.
So how to overcome this, sir? So we can't control others' feelings, sir. Then how to change our mindset about others, so that jealous feelings?
So first you got to accept that you can't control other people's feeling. Right? Simple question, Vijay. If I tell you you're a dog, do you feel bad?
Yes, sir. No, sir, because I believe
feel
that
bad?
I'm human.
Yeah, you know you're human. There you have no doubts if I call you a dog or if I call you a human or whatever it is, because you truly know. So when you know truly you're doing something what is right, when people tell you the opposite, why you have to bother?
Okay, sir. Okay.
Right? So that is how you
Yes.
got to focus on. When the world tells you you are this one, you'll automatically understand that from that point, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So how to react when they say just smile is enough, sir?
Yes, smile is the best answer, and then sell more textiles. Spending more textiles, and let the reply be the sales rather than your textiles, rather than replying to them.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. And another question, sir. Sir, when we have been confused with two decisions and both are right, and how to choose between two decisions, sir?
Which is the right decision for you at the end of the day? Because for you, there is only one decision. Two
Yes,
things
sir.
can be right, but for you, which is right? For that, you should know both part one and part two, complete information, and then you get into your stuff and then reply. Right? Does
Yes,
that make
sir.
sense?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir. And sir, I could elaborate that situation, sir, the decisions. Could
Yeah.
you
So,
give me
for
a
example,
suggestion?
do I move textiles into the online business or not? Because I am the youth. Papa's doing the traditional way. I will do the youth
Yes.
way and get selling stuffs online. So when you start going online, you go and research about everything of online
Yes,
business,
sir.
how textiles can be sold, can people touch it, or do I go house to house? So I take a bunch of
Okay.
textiles, send someone to the house of the people because COVID situations right now that way. So I will
Yes,
go
sir.
and sell it through that way. So you go online is easier. Online people can't feel the textiles. People can't understand the color. Photography changes, so will people buy? But on the other hand, face to face, if I go, people can have direct access and they're comfortable to send it. Okay, I won't tell the person to go inside because let them come outside with a mask on and touch the textiles and see. So when you go detailed on pro and cons, pro and cons, pro and cons, pro and cons, slowly, it will start showing you the true thing. And next thing is, can I do it or not?
Class
Yes, sir.
Do I have the money to go into it, or do I have the plan to do it? Do I have the money? Will my father support? And all these things, when you start doing it, the clarity will come and do it. Simple as that.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Clear, sir. Clear. And very big thanks to you, sir.
All thanks to God. Next, Swati.
Hi, Dick. Hope you are doing well, and everyone who have joined the call and the session.
Perfect. All thanks to God. Tell me.
Yeah. So Dick, I have watched your videos, and in the session, I do got two queries, which if you can explain or if you can put in your idea, that would be very great. One of them is like about the business plan. I have been working with IT from the past 3 to 4 years, and currently I'm thinking about the business plan where I don't have a particular goal or something like this industry or that industry or something. But I was thinking about that something I can put in the business. So like I think it is most related to the decision making about the product which I'm going to do, the business part. So how can I analyze this thing? How can I analyze where I have this particular of capability to go and do the business or have something on my hands?
Okay, so you are already working, everything is going fine, but you have this
Yes.
business idea which you want to execute, but don't know where to start.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. So the first thing is there's many things. First thing is, do you have the experience? That is the first thing I always tell, right? Do you have the experience about business? If that is the answer, the same thing I told to Prakhar also. If you have an idea, if you don't have a business, first to get a job. But luckily, you're working now. So first thing, if since you're working in your job, your first point is to find out how your office is working, how your team members are playing, who's the boss, who's investing, and how that thing. Try to learn that from your current work right now. Okay. So the next thing is you have the idea. Check with a couple of people close by to you. Check the people around, the friends around you, to see if this idea will be bought by your family or your friends, or a random people around you to get a feel of things.
Mhm.
Once you get the feel of things, obviously you will need a team for it to execute an idea. You can do it all on your own, but then that will take a lot of time. So is there some people in my system who I trust, my family members or my brother, sister, or my husband, or whatever it is? If I have someone there who can jointly discuss and then make a slow step thing on that. The next step is you have to get a business which is registered. So see of registration, how that process works out. So once you have a product, once you have the market research done, once you have a business plan and relate your market research, and once next part is the money part. Do I have the money? Do I put my money or do I take loan? My recommendation, I always say, whatever you have saved, only take 50% of it and put it in the business and see if you can make money. Get the first transaction on and see if that's practical or not. But make sure you're willing to lose half the money, because sometimes it might not launch. At that time, you have to divert it to something more meaningful and work it up from there. But at least give it a try so you feel satisfied that you have done your best to make a difference. Instead of going and watching a movie, paying 500 rupees for the ticket, save that, right?
Yes,
Because anyways, you have to
exactly.
throw it away. Instead of going and spending money for a big hotel food, save that money. Instead of putting it there, put it in the business and see if you can multiply that money. That is making sense, right? So when and be ready to lose that money. Be ready for that and go into it and see how it goes, and at least you have tried and work it up from there. Like how old are you now?
I'm 25.
25. Okay. Yeah, so you have a long time to explore. Even though you fall, you can obviously stand back again, so it's technically all good. There's nothing to worry so much, but take that step. Only then you will know if you can do it or not. Or is it going
Yeah,
to sit?
well,
Yeah, but
yeah.
yeah.
So I was saying, well, I do have this kind of thought of giving like a chance to the idea, but still I'm worried about the job thing, because at some point of time I may need to get involved. Like you said, be with the people who you can trust. Although at some point of time, maybe some involvement or more than required involvement can be happen with the business thing. So I was worried if this thing can ruin my day-to-day activities or day-to-day work which I have primarily.
See, Swati, work will give you a certain level of commitment of your time. You're not married, right?
No, not yet.
So it's not yet. So you have enough time after your work to work on your business, right?
Yeah.
Utilize that time, right? And fluctuate accordingly, because maybe your work will take your maybe 10 hours or 12 hours, but next time they'll only take 6 hours, but that time put it on your business.
Okay.
And that is how you got to move it on, because sometimes, yes, work commitment will come, but that time you have to manage the business and maybe delay the business for a week. Like, for example, I'm doing this. I do my sessions completely free of charge. It's purely giving back to the community. But when my office work comes, you will see I will be slowing down my live shows a little bit.
Yeah.
Right now, I don't have any lot of work. So today is a Saturday, which is an off day for me. So Sunday, which is not that a loaded day, so I'm coming online. But if my work starts picking up, which next week I have a big conference which is going on, that all happens late night. So obviously I would slow down my online, saying that I have emergency work, I can't give commitment, or delegate it temporarily to your team members. So once you're back, you can take it back also.
Okay, so you're trying to say that it is okay to stop or interrupt the thing when you are not comfortable, or when you are not what I can say, like when you don't have time, basically.
Yes, it's so easy. Slow it down. What you have to start, why you have to launch and go in the same speed? When the weather is bad, when you take a plane, you take a flight, you go in the plane. When the weather is bad, you step back, right? You slow down. It's simple as that. Wherever you go, like when you're driving in a car, there is a landslide, you would stop your transportation there. Once the landslide is cleared off, then you go forward.
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah. And second thing, I do have a second query on the same. So it's like it's about the family and relations, and more about the people. So that is like I do have a community or people, a set of people where they are not for me from a very quite longer time. But I do have a set of people who have been with me from a very long time, like my upbringing and everything.
Okay.
So more likely, like there are issues at the point of time with the first set of the people, and with the second set of the people, I don't have anything from the beginning, but still there are certain things which are interrupting uh, communication between the second set of people.
Yeah.
So I am very confused. Like is it
Let's make it very simple. Stay with
yeah,
the
yeah.
people who supports your IT stuff and who supports your business. Remaining everything, forget them. You're
Okay.
not committed to your relationship to anyone who doesn't add value to your life except your family and your future spouse and your children and your brother sisters. Every other outsiders, you can obviously move on from them, because when you have to grow, you have to leave your old friends because they won't allow you to grow or else.
Yes, yes, you are right. So it is
You
okay to be not with the people who are not supporting or
you
adding value to your life. That is
Swati,
okay.
you have to. It is nothing wrong with it. You have to be selfish to be positive. If you don't take care of your happiness, who else will take? Will your friends take care of your happiness? No, they just want to you be there just so that they get entertainment from you. But are they really supporting you when they really need you? No, then leave and move on. There is enough
Yeah,
world
yeah.
who's there to support you to make your things grow better.
Yes, yes. I have seen your video related to the community or Sangat. Your
Yeah.
Sangat need to be very, very pure if you want to grow or if you want to be in a positive way. So
It's
yeah.
yeah.
Hello? You said something?
learn learn to say no is the first step of positivity.
Yes, yes. Yeah. Okay.
Got it?
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you,
Okay.
Deek. Thank you.
Stay around, think about another questions if you have, then until I come back to you. Yes, Harshita.
Hello, sir.
You've been trying
Can you
so
hear
much on
me?
Instagram, YouTube, and finally you got me here. Tell me.
Yes, I'm very happy. Okay, so my question is currently I'm in a very bad situation actually. Recently in my locality, there were some people who had actually attacked me. So after getting attacked by those people, I have now currently taken a step to change my place. However, my family is not ready, and it's like I'm the eldest sister, and we are like total five kids. So my parents are totally against it, and they are like just thinking that okay, we will shift. But I since I spoke to my friends and all, they've told me that it's high time that you should get out of this toxic place. Am I doing a
Okay.
right decision?
So why did they
Should
attack
I?
you? Just a strange
So
question. I don't
so
know if you want to disclose that.
no,
Attack
yes, I
means
can.
physically attack or wordly
Yes,
attack
yes,
or
yes.
what?
Wordly and physically. So basically, I actually live in a area where there are these all community people, and I cannot disclose their caste and all, but these people are like, even if it is, if something is happening between me and my father, or if they will come and they really like doing all these things. I really understand they have that evil thing in.
Harshita,
So
I
so
get it.
it
I
was
get it. Let's make it
so
let's make it more easier to understand, right? So my question here is, why did they attack you? That's the first
yes.
question I'm
So
asking.
I'll tell you. So what
What did
happened
you
is.
what did you do which they didn't like, based on which you attacked?
Yeah, so I was basically shouting at my brother because he was roaming with some boys who are not good for him. And as an elder sister, I would really, and it's this is 10th standard, so
Okay.
he is not studying at all, and he is roaming here and there, and he is out of control. And one of the reason when I heard that he was beaten by some boys, I literally ran down my I and my parents to see what happened. I was in
Yeah.
so much of anger that I actually shouted at him, saying that you are living with such kind of people who are bad, and you are also becoming like that. So there was this
Okay.
lady who thought that I was actually telling her, and basis
Okay.
on that, she started, shouting at me and all, and she was
Hold
like,
on. Let me just calm it down. My simple question: if you wouldn't have showed that anger to that whoever it is, would this happen?
of course this wouldn't have happened, but sir, I'm
So,
telling you, this is not the first time. It's like
Harshita,
people
I
say that you
understand.
shouldn't.
Hold on, Harshita. I understand that you are living in a place where these things happened, and they do these crazy stuff. But my first question is very simple: that the trigger is coming from where, right? Okay, there's a wrong set of people. But my question is, if you don't involve in the wrong set of people ever, would anything like this happen? It's not like they're just
Sir,
coming, oh,
I
today.
have
Yeah.
No, but sir, I have tried my best not getting, because I really don't talk to all these people, because I've understood that they are actually bad and they can harm you any point of time. But that point of time also, I was telling that to my brother, and it was
Correct.
nothing between them and me. And this is just one situation. There are many a times. So I just want to say that I am currently from my childhood living in a very toxic society, and many point of time, it's not only me. From the time my father has entered, the many times for even water, these people, they've come and they've even given, they've physically not, but mentally they've abused, and again they really abuse. So I
So
have
it's
told my
basically
father
it's basically the society against you, or a group of people
society.
against you.
No, it's like the area people. So it's not only me. They will not leave anyone. Whoever, for no situation. It's not only me who's been attacked. There are many people. It's just that you
Okay,
need
so
to have that.
okay. So Harshita, if you don't mind, because the more I talk, the more I'm going to go very personal, getting more information. Can we talk this personally? Because I think you're getting more personal and personal into the situation. Is it okay?
Yes, I can talk.
Okay, just Instagram me, just Instagram me. I think I know Harshit. Just message me so that I can, because I need to understand the whole story of what these people are and why these people are and how it's affecting you and what your parents have done, to completely know the story, so that I can actually tell you which way to go. Because if you start explaining, the other people who are waiting will take a long time. I hope you understand.
Yes, sir. But okay, then I'll just say one last thing before.
Yes. No
I
issues.
have decided. I have decided actually to leave this place, and
Okay.
because the people are really very toxic. They have a very dirty mindset, and
Good.
people like me, I cannot stay, because it's really not a positive place, and you will not even find all literate people. Should not say educated. I should say literate people.
Arshita,
So
I completely agree with you. But the point here is that why is your father and mother not willing to move?
they think everywhere they'll get same kind of people.
Okay, that is a valid point also. Because the problem here is you want to move, but they think that every place you're going to get same kind of people. What if you go to a new place and there's another set of people who is threatening you or challenging you the same way? So the question you have to ask is it the problem with me, because of which like these people are around me? Or is it because the
No,
problem
sir.
is
No. The problem is not with me. I can guarantee that. Even my friends used to stay here, so she used to stay in the same place, but in some different area. Same
yeah.
kind set of people. Eve teasing. Everything happens here, and how can I explain you? There are some places you will
I
find.
get it.
If I
I, I completely
So
understand, Ash.
I really feel that, I have always told my father that it's better that we get out from here and go into some good place where we can find good people. It's not always that you'll always find bad people. I had that positive mindset. So now, since my
That is
father was not taking steps,
That is
since
completely,
my
I
fa-
completely agree. But what does your father do? He can directly move or he can't move?
yeah, so yes, of course he cannot move. But then I'm telling him that since I'm working, we can go on rent, and we can live at places. But then I don't know, from
So, so,
from that
so
side.
Harshita, what you have to do here is first you got to find a place. Okay. So
I
first you got to
started that.
find a place. You started doing, okay. Once you find the place, once in a while, now the COVID situation makes it difficult, go and travel on all these places and see and talk to various people and find out. Obviously, you'll have your different friends community also. Talk to them like these things happen in your place. Right? Because the point is, until you don't find the right place and until you don't give a security feeling to your parents, technically what happens here is you don't have enough facts to justify or make your papa or mama move. So your first step is to get that sorted out, because once that is clear, then it's easy to make your parents to push you to move to a direction. Rather than saying,
but they are not ready to leave.
It's not
So
about
I've
they.
started.
What you have to do is first find a place, find the right spot, have a very good strategy, and then talk to them.
Okay.
Right? Rather than, Papa, let's move, this place is bad. Papa, let's move, this place is bad. Your first point is find a place which is good. Papa, let's go for a visit there and see how the place. Don't move. Don't tell your Papa, don't move. But go and see the place. Come with me once in a while, see the renting places. See what is the rent right now. See the options which we can do. And get them through that system. What you're doing is that, Papa, let's move. Papa's not going to, he's been spent so many years there. He can't suddenly make a decision to move when he has so many things at stake and a family to take care. And you told you have 6 siblings, right? 5. So that's a big responsibility on a father in general. So before moving, you have to show him completely what is the reality of that new place which you're selling, and then take your brothers or sisters there. Brother, sister, how it is. Then take your mother one day to that place, and Mama, how is this place? And get more votes within your family, and then slowly they'll be sold that this idea is good, and then they will take a decision rather than you hitting against the wall. Let's change.
Okay, sir.
Got it? Because right now, if your father is saying no, you need more votes. You have your other siblings. Take them, okay, this is a new place, brother, sister. How do you think? Is much more better? See, this will happen. This will things happen. And work it. I talked to this auntie, I've talked to this uncle. They are also saying this won't happen. So what do you think? Instead of you saying move, give them information and ask them, what do you think? Ask them, what do you think? Ask them, what do you think?
So, but money factor comes in, and I am ready to even, pay 15,000 a month on rent. But then if I am like purchasing a house, and not purchasing means if I'm taking a house on rent, it's like if I'll pay 15,000 rupees at least, then they should say, okay, that we are ready to come.
I get
my
it,
salary is very less.
But the first thing and foremost is the information, right? The information of how you're going to make it manageable for your family of 6 or 7 people to live that happy life over there. So your first step is to find where is that place which is going to give your family a more satisfied area. That is the first point. And then give each person experience of that place. And once they got that experience, and once they know, wow, it's peaceful here, why not move? And ask Papa, what's the problem with this place? Ask him that. Ask Papa, what's the problem? You tell me one problem with this place, then I will say, don't move. Put the questions onto them and let them think and give you an answer. Rather than you pushing, let's move.
Okay, understood.
Did that make sense now?
Yes, you are actually making sense. But my job, my salary is the issue. If I would have been earning 40,000 rupees, I would have even they would have been ready. Okay, let's go. We can get a house 20,000 per and nearby. But
then the next option is improve yourself and get the promotion, make it 15,000, 30,000, and then move.
Yeah, this sounds better.
Look for some other job which gives you more. Improve your capacity. Grow yourself so you can make more money. Then move. The option is within you itself. If you don't like the place, move. You're not bounded by that place. But then if you have a family of 6, 7 people, it's a lot of responsibility. Schools, colleges, everything has to move on. There's a lot of transfer going on. Your brothers, sisters, whoever the different schools, that has to move on. So there's many factors here which you need to really look into it. But at the end of the day, if a certain set of people have come into your life, If you don't win over them, there are chances that similar people will repeat again in your life in a different form. Like your mama, papa is saying, there is like that people everywhere. You don't put your nose unnecessarily into them so that they don't hit you back.
What if I've decided to stay alone and then I thought that?
See, if you feel safe, Harshita, if your parents are okay with it, try it out. That's all I can say. But
Yes, I've communicated that to my parents that I am leaving and I'm searching a place wherein at least my safety and security is there.
yeah,
So
if
they are totally fine with it.
yeah, then what is the problem? Move, enjoy.
So I'm getting little bit nervous because I've never taken this step, and my friends are like, if you stay alone, then you need to be prepared for this, for that.
See,
And I've
it's
become
not
so.
about that. What if they come to know you have moved to this place and they send a group of guys at that place to give you a hard time?
Who will
Right?
send? Who will send? I don't understand.
Right?
Sorry.
See, the thing is, no, what I told is, what if we go to a new place and these guys send a certain set of people to make your life a hard time in this new place? Then what are you going to do?
No, this will not happen.
This will not happen, then it's okay. Then move on and enjoy. See, living alone is all good. It's all fine if you can take care of yourself and you feel safe and you're in a safe place, right? Provided you don't play around with your life a lot being alone. So if you think that's what is right for you, but at the end of the day, you have to learn to win over these people or to stay away from these people rather than see. For example, you only give me one example. Something happened, you went and shouted. My simple question: if you wouldn't have shouted, would this have happened? No. Like that, many steps you would have taken which has triggered that first set of people to do something bad to you, right? So those are the things you got to really think it to and see if it works.
So, but I've been facing this from my childhood, and कितना मुंह बंद करके रह सकते, कितना सहन करके रह सकते हैं.
Then you got to step out and move out and see if there's any other better options you can stay into. But don't do it because of hate, or don't do it because of frustrated with it. Do it because you want to live a good life.
Yes, I really want a good life, a lot, and hence so that's the reason I thought I should take your consultation, like whether I'm doing the right thing.
See, Harshita, there's nothing wrong in doing what is right and testing it out. What now? If you go to a new place, what wrong can happen? Nothing will happen. You'll be living alone. You have to cook yourself. You have to figure out your life on yourself. You got to take care of your safety because you're all alone. So you have to live in a secure place, and that is it. Don't hook around with random guys around in the new place, and you're all good to go.
Yes. Okay, sir.
If you know how to control and keep your limits, no one in the world can come and destroy you. But
that there is no issue in that. There is no. I am really control of all these things.
Perfect. Then there's nothing worried to about. Go ahead, enjoy.
Thank you, sir. Okay.
You want me to talk personally, or you're all good with your clear doubts?
Yeah, someday would love to talk to you personally as well, and try to.
Okay.
I would love to
Just
share
message-
my experience if I've taken a house and.
Because I really need to know what you've gone through that you're so hating this place, right? To what level they have actually frustrated you, so I can give you the right thing. If you tell me half the thing, I can only give you half the information. If you tell me the full thing, I know what the full issue is. Right now, you're saying you only gave me one example about they hit your brother, you went and shouted at him, and all this thing messed up. My simple question: it's your anger which made this happen to you. So my first point is stay away from your anger. Then the situation won't happen. So you don't have to leave the place.
I think so. I should need to speak you personally. Then only maybe you can,
Yes, that's the reason I'm
difficult
telling
for some people. It's difficult for some people to understand because first thing, it's not only you. Normal people also say it's your anger, but it was not my anger. It is. There are some people who really like all these things. They like to,
They have an entertainment doing that. So I understand. I know what you're going through, but I really want to know what all you went through to give you a better explanation of what's the right thing to do.
Yes, yes. I will.
Got it?
Whenever you're free, I can talk to you.
Just message me on Instagram. I'll take it. Let me take other people then. That's why I told you. I know this is a personal conversation. That's why I told you in the beginning. Let's do it personally. Okay, Rukshit, Rushikesh. Oh, Rushikesh. Sorry, Rushikesh. Sorry, I'm bad at getting names. Yes, Ruhikesh. Tell me, you want to talk? 1, 2, 3. He's not speaking. Sri Rag 1.
Hello,
Rag
sir.
2. Yes, Sri Rag. Tell me.
Sir, it's my first time trying to talk like this, and
Yeah,
I'm
you're
kind of
famous.
nervous.
Nothing
I
to be
tried joining a show. I tried talking before and I couldn't.
No problem. Now at least you made a step to take it from there, right? So that's a good step. You've improved a lot now. You took an initiative to come back. So great. Tell me.
Sir, I'm just scared and insecure about everything, about myself. You said about negative people, right? I just feel like
Yeah.
I'm a negative people and I'm a negative person and I'm holding back everyone. I'm scared that I might hurt everyone. I try
Who's
not to talk. I just
who's this someone? What's the relationship, and who are you having problems with?
like most of the people, every. It's just
You're
hard to
okay.
explain, sir.
You're okay with your parents?
No,
Okay with your friends?
well, friends is all I have. So
Okay. So you want to talk personally, or you want to talk on this public forum?
it's okay.
No, because I'm going to go detail on finding what problems you have with your parents and what with your friends. You want to disclose it in a public forum, or you want to talk personally?
It's okay, sir. Yeah, it's okay. I can talk.
Okay, say. So what's the problem with your parents?
Well, parents are going through a lot, and they're gonna divorce, and it's
I think
their
Sriraj,
thing.
hold on. Let's talk this personally. I don't want to get into. So just I'll assure you, I will call you. Right? We can have a personal call, because when you're saying your parents are divorced, it's a very, very sensitive talk. It shouldn't
Sir,
be talked in.
it's not about that.
Yeah, but it starts with that. If your parents, if your parents are for going into divorce, any child will have a self doubt about themselves. Why the heck I am there in this world?
Sir, I have tried making things right. I have tried a lot, but I can't do anything. It's been like this forever, and I have given up on that.
You have to give up on that, because it is their life to do about it, and if they have joined together, it's their decision when they have to leave. So you trying was also a waste of time. But then you tried to save your parents a lot, but at the end of the day, it didn't work out. So you're doubting yourself. Oh, I couldn't save my parents from this thing. So you begin to question yourself.
So it's not about my parents. There is someone special in my life, like one person.
That's why I'll talk to you personally. The more I'm going to talk, slowly you will have to take other people's names, and then slowly I'm going to get into it. And then slowly you are going to open up a lot of things. And then finally, like last time, one of the guys who did open up, and then slowly he said, "Oh, sir, delete the whole show because it's too personal." I don't want to get into that situation. That's the reason I'm telling you.
Sir, I don't know if I could be able to talk anymore. Like, it took a lot of courage to get here.
That's the first step. So what I did, just on Instagram, just message me your number, and I will give you a call tomorrow for sure. Okay?
Yep, sir. Thank you.
Or you want to just, or I'll if it's very, very urgent, you have so much courage, I will close the whole show and give you a call right now.
It's okay, sir. It's okay.
It's okay. So message me on Instagram. Say you're Sri Rag, so I can get an alert onto you, and then I will come back to you, because now you're having this special person. If I go into the special person, and then it'll open up a lot of things which I don't want to do it on a public forum, right? Because I respect your special person. That's the reason. I respect your parents' divorce. I respect your special person. That's the reason. Got it?
Sir, just one thing.
Yes.
You said we have to sometimes you have to lose friends and all.
Yes.
Like, what should I do if I'm hurting that person? I know that I am hurting that person. I am holding back them. I'm being like a headache to them. What should I do? I can't change myself. I have tried.
See, Srirag, why you can't change what you wanted to change into? That is the question which I would ask, right? Why your friends don't like you the way you are? Are they really your friends? Because if you're really a good friend, they will like you whichever way you are.
So it's not about them not liking me. They won't say anything. Like if they are being annoyed or if they are being like they won't say. They'll just keep quiet
Then
and
enjoy it until they say. Maybe you're assuming things that they have this issue, that they might have that problem. Maybe it's not really true. Did you ever ask them, you have any problem with me?
nope, I didn't.
So you yourself created all these things within your head at the end of the day.
Yep, I'm an overthinker.
So go and ask your friends, do you have any problem with me? They will say no, and you live that happy life after that.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir.
So you took so much guts to even ask me this. That same guts, if you ask with your friends, you would be much more stronger and standing much more confident. Because what you're doing is you stop asking. The day you stop asking, the day you stop growing. So make sure you go and ask people what you want to know and get to know the truth. Than sitting and thinking, hey, my friend had this problem. Go and ask, do you have a problem? Problem solved.
Yes, sir.
Got it?
Yes, sir.
You want to talk personally or your doubt is indirectly cleared off?
I'll try to talk personally.
Okay, you're talking. Just message me on Instagram. Yes, Swati. Any more questions?
Yes, Deek, I do have got question from the Srirag query actually. So yeah, you said that I'm not talking about personally about him or pointing out at him, but still I do have a query on this concept called like divorce and separation and like yeah, basically do these two things. Well, I don't have any experience on the same like in my community as well, but still I do want to talk about it or put in my query. So is this okay to get separated if you are not feeling to be united or to be in same house or to be in the relation where you are in? Well, I do want to let you know that I'm not talking about myself, to be clear. Yeah, to be clear, but generally.
Let me make it very, very simple.
Mm-hmm.
To all the people who are going to get married in future, to all the people who are thinking of marriage in the future, please, if you are not comfortable with your partner, don't have a kid. That's the first step. Mm-hmm. Never ever have a kid. Only if you're thinking to live for the next 20 years together, only then please think of a child. Okay. Because by 20 years, the kid will grow on. By 18, they're okay with your divorce or whatever it is. So get this point very clear. Many people get rushed into it. Only if both the girl and the boy is ready, only then have a child. That is the second thing. Many people get pushed into getting child. And after the child comes, many issues start coming in because either the girl is forced into it, the boy doesn't like having kids right now and take all the responsibility and the mess up happens. That is point number one. Second thing I always say about divorce is that is sometimes people tend to rush to marriage, which means parents get a pressure. My daughter's age is this much, so get her married quickly. So you tend to ignore a lot of things in arranged marriage, which is the biggest flaw in arranged marriage, is that you tend to overreact to a good looking guy, or you tend to overreact of a good status family, and then you give away your daughter or your son or whatever, you get married to a girl, and then slowly the real truth comes out, which is unadjustable for the people, and that is why most of the marriages gets messed up. Now you get into marriage and you come to know there's something seriously wrong with the guy or the girl. So the first step is you and your parents. If a serious issue, which means he's having an external affair with a girl, like something like that, not like, oh, he called me a bad word, and then you start making the big fights. So or something else. So which goes above, when a guy crosses or when a girl crosses the husband's role or the wife's role, that is when the marriage is which means a guy really whacks the girl after marriage or something like that, or a girl has an external relationship with a previous lover. So this means you're crossing the line of a husband, and crossing a line of a wife, that is when you have to question the relationship. Before all that, you fight, you call your mother all something bad, or you gossip, or you create issues. That is all okay for marriage. It's a part of life. You conflict. For example, what happens when you have two rough edges? You keep rubbing, and finally it will blend and both will be smooth. So initial marriage, generally I tell people, it takes technically 3 years to understand after marriage. 1 year is you both study each other, right? The next year you try to experience things on your own by understanding each other. Then you slightly adapt or change or be flexible for each other. That is how marriage happens generally. But what happens the first day of the marriage itself, you allow third person to enter into that family, which means when you have a problem, for example, Swati is a girl. Swati has a problem with the husband. First thing she'll go and call, Mama, the boy is like this. Not my husband is like this. The boy is like this who I got married to. There you go. You don't see himself or your husband. There it's a Mama will say, oh, this boy is like this. Nowadays, all these guys are like this. You need to, fight back, and then the issue. So never ever allow third person to enter into your marriage for the first 3 years. The couple should guard themselves so much from parents, in-laws, and try to build up their own strength. Once their own strength is built up, divorce is never going to happen. So what happens? You intervene people. You have your best friend. You ask advice of how to live a married life from a single friend or from a single best friend or a girl or a boy. You take advice. How can they ever give you a good advice? 99% they won't give you the right advice. Divorce will happen. Most of the divorces happen because you allow third person into that relationship. If two people are there, I'll tell you a very simple question. If you have the most handsome guy and the most ugly girl in a room for 1 year, automatically they will fall in love with each other. That time, no issues, no ego, nothing will work out. Right?
I agree.
This is the truth. Yeah, you agree. So this is the truth of life. So any couple which comes together married will live a peaceful life if they think that they both are alone in that closed room. They will figure out stuff. Love is nothing to do with beauty. People tend to think that they look good, everything is fine, and they just happen. So why does divorce happen? That is the big question people ask. It is very simple. Generally, it's third person's involvement. Right? Most of the divorce happens because the third person gives the power to the girl or to the boy that I am there on your side. Go ahead and fight it. And when that gets in, most of the divorce is chosen to happen in whichever form. It'll take different flames because you've been fed up by different flames from different external people. At the end of the day, the battle will happen. Right? So that's one point. It's so many factors involved in marriage. When two people get married, it's the family getting married if it's arranged marriage. So there is a lot of factors involving there, and you have to be flexible enough to understand people rather than saying that people have to treat me in a certain way. If you start changing that attitude, divorces will never happen. Right? I hope, Swati, I've given you a quick overview of divorces, why it happens. Now, one more question. Is it okay to separate? My point is, if the guys or the girls cross the limit, which means he crosses the limit of being a husband or crosses the limit of being a wife, then he's no more your husband and no more your wife. You have no other choice than to depart. Right? For example, you have a very good teacher. Right? Swati, I'll give you a very good example. Or you have your own boss. Boss does something wrong with you, which means he crosses the limit of a boss. You will leave the job, right?
Yes, certainly.
If your teacher is there and teacher crosses the limit or does something bad, he's no more your teacher. He has crossed the limit. Like if you have a good friend, he robs something from your home, he's a thief. He's no more a friend. Same thing applies to husband. Once they cross the limit, same thing applies to wife. Once they cross the limit, they are no more your husband. Understand that and step out at the right time, because sometimes many wives or many husbands don't step out at the right time. And then what happens when you step out, when it gets too much, your parents or the system will say, why you didn't tell before when he did this to you? Then you can't back out also. So that means it was okay for you all this while. Right? So
Yeah.
always remember, husband crosses or the wife crosses, then you got to question it. Or maybe you give a chance. Okay, you have done this. I don't think this is the right thing. You are crossing your limit. Then I will have to also cross my limits to do certain things. Maybe sometimes due to anger, the guy might raise hand. Or maybe due to anger, the girl might throw a pan at the guy. It can happen when anger steps in. But then something in the past has built up the anger. Understanding the past, fixing the past, his anger also will go. Like a simple reason. There was a big divorce case which was going to happen to the girl and boy. So luckily they thought of going and meeting a psychologist, and the psychologist asked, what is the first thing which irritates you when you wake up about your husband? The wife says that when I go in the bathroom, my husband doesn't close the cap of the toothpaste. That irritates me. Right?
Yeah,
So
I've
every
seen
morning,
this. Yeah.
damn, I don't know, someone told this thing, right? Damn, they didn't
Yeah.
close the tap. Damn, they didn't close the tap. Damn, they didn't. Yeah, go and close the cap on your own. What happens if you close your cap for your husband? Nothing happens.
Well,
Right? So
I do agree certain points, Deek. Sorry to interrupt you, but still, you said not having a child. Well, if in some cases, like as I said, I don't have any experience, but still, I have seen certain cases where the kid is there. Kid is there, and the family suffered. Not only one case actually. If we take India, we can see a lot of cases where separation is not an option because of the kid, because of
yes,
having a child. And
yeah,
the things which are going on, like if the husband is having an external affair, if the husband is jobless, if the husband is having a rude behavior, if the wife is like cheating on someone, if the wife is doing this and that, which will not give a good vibe in the home, to keep the home as a home. So what is a step need to be taken care at that point of time? Because there is a child, so
yes.
obviously the
So
society
if
and all comes in the picture.
there is a child, the age of the child is very important, right? Because I have talked to so many kids with having stepmother issues, stepfather issues. I've talked to many kids, where the obviously the stepmother will have their own children and favoritism starts coming in, and the kids go on around on that stuff, right? So I've talked to a lot of kids who goes. That's the main reason I told that please not after a kid, right? So if you have a kid and later you come to know the truth, the next thing you got to do is maybe you got to stay for a couple of things just to do justice to that kid, right? So justice to the kid means at least that kid is matured enough to understand that there are some issues between the parents, because you have making a kid, you have taken the responsibility of the kid for the next 18 years, right? That's why every parent's 100% responsibility of a kid is still 18 to 20. That has to be done, and then think about a selfish thing of getting divorce, right?
Okay.
So that's my recommendation of getting into a divorce. But the point here is, again, the kid should be matured enough to understand that these are the things which is happening, and these are the things which have to happen. It won't affect you. We'll still be loving you in whichever form we can do, but just give us some help to get these things moving on. Have that open conversation rather directly putting it on the head. So we are divorcing, your father's moving, I'm moving, and then it's like, oh, I like my father, I have to stay with my mother, and my mother doesn't love me, but my father loves me. But the mother have the ego that the son has to be with me, and it goes on. And who suffers? The kid suffers, and anyone else, just because of both your egos are having a conflict within that ego. Your kid loses identity, and people like Sri Rag is going to ask me a question that I don't have my identity. I've lost myself in the process of all these divorce.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm not going to take your lot of time. I know I'm consuming the time, but still I do have one last question, if it is okay for you.
I have no issues. I'll keep talking until people ask me the question. I only stop when a group of people are done with it, and slowly I know the numbers will reduce, and when it's time, there'll be no one in my show.
Yeah. So the question is like about the relationship not the marriage and all, like a relationship, simple relationship between a girl and a boy. So I have seen a few friends who say that when their relationship which they are in got ended, they will wait or they will stay a particular time as a single person, and like what I can say, like dheere dheere they will get into a relationship, or they will get in touch with other person, and they are trying to say that like this thing happened, and I want someone to get this thing forget, like whatever the breakup, so called breakup. So and I am doing that, and most of the people will do that in order to get forget the things and to get the peace. So I was thinking that is this a right thing to do? Like I'm not someone to judge the things, but still, will that
Prabhati,
thing
let me
going to
so it's a general question, so I'll give you a general reply. So the question here is that is, if you come into a relationship, if a breakup happens,
Yes.
whoever tells me about the breakup, I normally tell it's their fault. Whoever calls me, or whoever calls me with a problem, when a breakup happens, normally the people who's hurt will normally call me and ask me that this is the issue. It's your fault. You have selected the wrong partner. Why did you select the wrong partner? Because there's something wrong with you. That's why you have selected the wrong partner. If you don't correct yourself, the next person will also, you're going to select the wrong partner. If you don't change yourself, life or universe is going to send a similar type of partner to teach you the same lesson. You're wrong at selecting the wrong partner. That's point number one. Second thing is, for example, Srirag, right? He have come into this discussion showing having self. He's going to pick a girl because his mother didn't give him the attention. His father didn't give him the attention. There's this random girl who needs someone to compliment her every time because her friend always sees her ugly. So Srirag gives that, and then she gives him the attention, and slowly they come into the relationship. With time they mature. The girl will understand I'm already beautiful. Or Srirag will say, oh, I know who I am. I know who I stand by. Then the reality will come out. They don't need each other. Then the breakup will happen. Right? Most of the relationship which happens at the very early age is generally because you are filling a gap, filling love. That's what I say. You have a gap from your parents. You want to fulfill it. You pick a girl to fulfill that. And that is it. Once you're satisfied with that, or once you think that the other person exhausted, you go and find another person. You break up reason is all dumb reasons. At the end of the day, it's all those gap fillings which gets clarified from that way. So is it right or wrong? Everything what happens.
Sorry, I am wrong in putting the question in a right way, I guess. So my question exactly, whatever you have explained is a half little part. The question is like moving into the other person. Question is like moving into the other person. For example, Swati loves someone, so-called ex person. So I've been in relation with this person, and everything is going on, everything is okay. And if this person ditches me, then I have got to do a friendship with a guy in some time, like later than 2-3 months later, and I've been friendship goes in some other thing, and then there is a relationship comes on in between these two persons.
Yeah.
And
so my let me just continue the story. Right? So first point which I found negative is the guy didn't ditch her. The girl chose the wrong guy. So the guy, right? That's the first point. You're selecting. When you go and select a thief, the thief is going to rob you and go only.
Okay.
So learn
that's
from
right. That's right.
Okay. Then continue the story.
Okay. So I was saying, if I move into the other relation because of forgetting the pain or forgetting the person or forgetting the things, and getting comfort from the other person. I've seen these kind of.
You can't forget any of your past relationships. You can't, totally, blank out. The only way you can get out of it is forgiving that person. The true moving out of a relationship is when you forgive that person in your mind, not bringing up friendship again. He came into my life to teach me that there are people like thieves around who can ditch you when they're done with you. The day you accept that and the day you sink into that forgiveness part, then only move into a new relationship. Or else what happened is another ditcher is going to come again into your life.
Yeah, and I've listened these kind of words saying that like getting comfort, the word which I've listened from the couple of people stating that I was trying to forget this person by doing friendship, by doing or by or like keeping in touch with the other person. So I don't think this is a correct way to put in your relationship or forgetting the pain or forgetting whatever thoughts you have or forgetting the moments you have.
Let me just interrupt on that. Many people tell me after breakup, is it okay to keep friendship? It is impossible. You have crossed the limit of friendship into a relationship. There is no more place for relationship anymore. Right? So you start with friends, you go into the relationship or love or that gap filling love. After the breakup happens, there's no place for friendship because one person is always trigger you with that love. Right?
Yeah.
So it's like husband crossed the limit. So friendship, you've crossed the limit into relationship. Once that breaks, there's no place for friendship because it will hurt you indirectly or directly on a longer run. Someone.
Yes, and some people wait for the closure, the term called closure. So, is it really exist? Like, is it really exist? Like the closure or the term, whichever the people mention, is it really exist? Like,
Closure
do people
means?
wait? I have a friend where she used to tell me that so he didn't given me the good closure. He just said that his parents are not accepting me. That is a thing, but I don't believe that I don't believe that he is really saying the right reason.
And Swati, at the end of the day, every closure depends on to you. The day you accept this guy is not right for me, the closure is done. The closure is done with you, not he telling you. People can use a lot of excuse saying that my parents are not allowing, my father is not allowing. They chose to select their parents other than the guy who she likes. So the closure itself is very, very clear that I'm done with you. I'm picking my parents. I know so many girls and boys who come to me, sir, my girl's married, is quick to that. I said, she picked your parents over you. It is not love, man. It is very, very clear. If it's love, they will fight for you. If it's love, they'll try their best to get. Or if it's really love, they will stay single, not go married to someone else and have kids with the kid. Did that make sense?
Yeah.
That's it, Swati?
Yeah. Thank you, Deek. Well,
thanks.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Yes, Shashank, go ahead. I have Shashank and Rahul. No one more. Any more people? It normally goes 3 hours. So
hello,
Shashank.
Yeah. Sir, I have a lot of stage fear. How to overcome it?
You have lots of stage. Prakhar, you want to say something? Just 1 second, Shashank.
Yes, sir, I have 3 questions. So can I wait?
Prakhar, or else if you have you have a lot of questions coming in, let's do tomorrow. I will start with you then.
Okay.
Anyone else have a lot of questions? So like, for example, this just shows like Kritika Shreya, they had a lot of questions. So I told, don't ask me now, come tomorrow and let me clear all your doubts. I'll give first priority. So Prakhar, you have 3 questions. That's a lot of questions. Find out more questions on entrepreneurship. And tomorrow I will do a show with you. Okay, Shashank.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So message me on Instagram. Prakhar, you saw me on Instagram?
Yes, sir.
Okay, message me on Instagram. Say that you're Prakhar. And then I will give you the details. And tomorrow's show I will do with you exclusively. And then we can add people later.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Okay. So yeah, Shashank.
Sir, how to overcome stage fear?
Rahul, let me finish Shashank. He's on the line, so let me finish him. How to overcome stage fear? I don't know, Shashank. There is 3 videos which I've talked about stage fear, where I literally bring a boy or girl on stage and make her speak in 5 minutes. The first thing on stage fear is go and sit in front of a stage. Don't go and talk. Sit in front of a stage. When you have a chance to peep through the stage, peep through the stage. When your teacher's coming 5 minutes before, go and stand on a teacher's place. The more you expose yourself to the stage, the more you improve your stage fear, right? If you're okay to talk with your friends, stand up and tell your friends to sit and start talking. There's a long list of things which I can tell, but then there are 3 videos. If you go onto my YouTube, you're on my YouTube. No, if you go on my YouTube, there's 3 videos. Have a look at it. If you still have a doubt, I will tell you. Got it?
Okay, sir. Sir, one more.
Yes.
Sir, is that money is more important in my life?
Money is one part important. Yesterday or 2 days ago, you go in my Instagram, there's a beautiful question when a kid asked me, when a guy asked me that, there is this great quote now, you can buy house with money, but no home. You can, there's this 4 or 5 quotes. I really don't remember what are the complete details. Hold on, let me just repeat to you right now. That will be the best example I can. It's there on my Instagram. Latest. 1 second, Shashank. I'll just give you that. Okay. But sir, with money, we can buy house, but not home. With money, you can buy bed, but not sleep. With money, you can buy food, but not health. With money, we can buy insurance, but not safety. In that word, can we understand the value of good life is money? My reply to that, it is there on my Instagram, right? My reply to that is just a marketing quote against money. For home, you need an area. For sleep, you need a place. For good health, you need good food. For safety, you need the right tools to guard and protect you. For all that, you need money. So money, 1% is a very, very important thing in your life. So go and make that money and work it up from there. Got it?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Is the doubt is clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yes, Rahul. Last and the final man.
Hello.
On the show.
Sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, I can hear you.
Sir, I'm a student in third year engineering of CSE domain.
Good.
Hello.
Yeah.
Sir, my question is, sir, I'm unnatural in the public. Say I say hello, hi, bye, like I smile lot like that. During this lockdown, I got to learn more about myself, so that now I know that I know where to speak, where not to speak. So nowadays I speak very less. Whenever my friends or my relatives comes to my home, I speak very less. So they are telling me that you are speaking very less. Why are you like that, sir? How to deal with this kind of things, sir? So could you please tell me?
Why are you so bothered about what people are saying? If you're happy talking less, be happy. See, Rahul, I will tell you something. If you speak too much, they'll say, why are you speaking so much? If you speak less, they will say, why are you speaking less? Speak more. If you are happy speaking less, you are happy on your own. Are you happy speaking less? Rahul, are you happy speaking less? Rahul? Rahul 1? Rahul 2? Rahul 3? No voice from you, man. Anju Sharma. Anuj Sharma. Please help me out. I'm there. Just message me and we work around. Rahul is gone. Oh God. That's it. I just love it. 3 hours once it comes close, the show with all and then beautifully come to it. It's 2 hours and 52 minutes. Prakhar, your 3 questions are really big, or is it we want to do tomorrow? You want to have more detailed discussions about a lot of things? Prakhar, you're on mute.
Okay, sure, sir.
No, your 3 questions. What are the 3 questions? Quickly tell me the questions.
Sir, my internet connection is not proper. I can't hear you properly.
Okay, let's do it tomorrow then. Let's do it tomorrow. I'll message you here. Hold on.
Okay.
Let's do it tomorrow. Just message me on Instagram.
Okay, sir.
And we'll work it up from there. Rahul, you're back again?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Sure, sir. Sure.
So, I forgot, Rahul, what you asked. What did you ask me? Good. You there? Rahul 1? Rahul 2? Rahul 3? There you go. He's gone again with network. I think it's time for me to close the show. As I know, after it goes for 3 hours long, then slowly the system will obviously find way. Rahul, you're there? Rahul. Okay, he's not there. So yeah, generally I've seen that my show, Swati joins in, but she's not connected in. Generally, I've seen that after 3 hours, either the people are tired of me or the system automatically, people just reduce in this thing. So guys, don't worry. Tomorrow I'm coming with Prakhar. He has few more questions to do. So I'll be joining with.
Yes, sir.
You can hear me. So I'll be joining with Prakhar tomorrow. So if you guys want to join, first I will finish all the Prakhar's questions. And after that, I will give you a new link to join on my show, and you can ask me any question from birth to death. So plan accordingly and let me know whichever way you want to do it. It is a pleasure. So Prakhar, I'm just going to sign out from YouTube and Facebook. For Facebook, YouTube, thanks a lot for signing in. See you tomorrow at 5:30. I'll be doing a show with Prakhar. I think, what's the topic, Prakhar, of your 3 questions in general?
Hi, sir. Sir, I can't hear you properly, actually.
What's the topic of your questions generally? What would be a topic? Entrepreneurship? He can't hear me. You're there? Prakhar, you're there? You can hear me?
Hi, hello.
You can hear me?
Hello.
Prakhar, you can hear me?
No, sir, I can't hear you.
Okay, let's do it tomorrow then. Let's do it tomorrow. So tomorrow, let's do it. I think with time, let me add Rahul. Let me give one more trial to Rahul. Rahul 1. Rahul 2.
Hello, sir. I'm having some network issues.
Then let's do tomorrow.
Hello, sir.
Let's do tomorrow then.
Okay, sir. Or else I will contact you in the. Okay, sir. I will personally message you, sir.
Yeah. So by tomorrow 5:30, I'm coming with Prakhar. You can always join in, Rahul, if you have a lot of questions.
Okay, sir. Sure, sir. Thank you. Sir.
Okay, so Prakhar, now you're good?
Sure, sir. Thank you.
Prakhar, you can hear me? No? His network is good. I have few more questions. So can I join tomorrow? Yes, Swati, you can. So I'm doing a show tomorrow with Swati and Prakhar. Just message me on Instagram. So
Sure, sir, sure.
can share you the link. So just message me on Instagram. Share you the links for tomorrow's show. So tomorrow it is Swati and Prakhar. So they are the 2 people who wanted few more questions to discuss about. And we will start the show. Yeah, Rahul have connection issues. So Rahul, no issues. Most on society related question inquiry. Yes, Swati, any question is good for me. And we'll do it. That's it, guys. YouTube, Facebook, I'm signing out. Prakhar, send me a message on Instagram. Swati, send me a message on Instagram so that I can. No issues, Swati. You can ask me. My kid wants to say hi to everyone, so let me bring him along. Yeah. That's it now. Oh, hello. My kid wants to say hi to everyone, so he's been shouting here. Come on. Jump it. Yeah. There you go. Say hello. Hello to everybody. Hello. Okay. Happy? So Facebook, YouTube, can you add on mic? Yes, you can add on mic. No, Swati, what have some? You have blocked your YouTube. You have blocked your mic and camera. That's the reason you can't get in. So you got to go to Google and change the settings and work it from there. So Swati and Prakhar, please send me on the messages and I will work it up from there, right? Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, Facebook. See you tomorrow at 5:30 and we will see it, right? So I'm signing out from YouTube, Facebook.